Wednesday nights, ladies and gentlemen, that means another On the Radar. We got the crew chilling. We are ready to rock tonight. We're going to run through some really great information tonight. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, a lot of collectible stuff. We got trading card stuff, comic stuff. We got the market report. We got some interesting NFT talk, all kinds of goodies. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out with us in the live chat. You guys rock. I want to remind everybody, if you guys are not part of the Discord, then you guys need to get on this. Let me get you guys a link here real quick to get into this Discord, to be part of this Discord. Everybody in the live chat, the link is in the live chat. Also, if you guys are catching this on the rewind, the link is in the description below. The Discord has been popping lately. Lots of great information on there, not only on comic book stuff, but, you know, foreign comics, sports cards, video games, action figures, NFTs, Pokemon and trading card games, music memorabilia. It just goes on and on and on. And we're going to continue to drop great information. There are a lot of cool drops this week. Montgomery, Tops Montgomery. Did you guys get anybody getting the Montgomery stuff?
Hold up, be real quick. We'll show them the thank you contest, what I'm giving away, and we only got 45 fucking entries, and I think it deserves more than that. Literally, guys, these are chip shot 9/8. I'm not even shitting you. I pressed it myself. That's a third print, Edge of Spider-Verse, Gwen Stacy. It's absolutely beautiful. First print, Invincible Iron Man, first Riri. Those are just for, you don't have anything special, just for being part of our Discord. I'm giving that away, and that ends in 2 days, I believe. 2 days. And then our homeboy Vika has an unbelievable contest that he's going to be doing as soon as this one ends. He shipped it to me. You guys, this is literally a $600-700 value. Doc Joe's got more stuff to give away. Matt DeVoe with cover prices offered stuff. Philip Chung has offered stuff. He said we're getting close to that 300 number. I told people there's going to be some cool stuff happening at 300. I haven't lied to you ever before. So,
and
get in on this.
I got a couple NFT related book comics that I'm about to bring in on the contest.
How do you get in on it?
All you literally have to do is hit that. You see the highlighted, that all you get up one more, that little highlighted right there. All you got to do is click on that and you were in it.
Boom. There you guys go.
Literally, that's all you have to do. And that's how we're going to be setting up a lot of those giveaways, guys, is all you're going to have to do is come find it. And that's how you enter, is by clicking the emoji. That activates the giveaway and the raffle engine that we're going to be using for this portion of it. So
2 new people just added, 47 on there. You guys hit this up. It's worth it.
And like I said, Marcus has an absolute monster that he still plans on giving away at 300. The Ultimate Fallout 4. I mean, these aren't shit giveaways, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Josh did a giveaway over there already. So is this Vika's book right here? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Josh's were crazy, man. I mean, I was
Vika's giving away that, and he's throwing in. Like I said, I'm gonna let him break it tomorrow, because I told him once this contest is over with, I'll put his up, and it's insane. So it's really cool. Like I said, Chung has offered stuff. Matt DeVoe and cover price. Drew has given stuff already. I mean, it's cool getting to see some of the guys come back together. The Holy Grail section we talked about last week is popping, where people are posting what they're looking for in regards to their Holy Grails, what they're willing to pay, conditions, etc. I really want to get that going, get people start finding some of the stuff that they wanted. But
yeah, here's the Grail help, you guys. For there's multiple.
The Pokemon section ain't popping on the Grail.
Yeah. But there's multiple Grail sections, you guys. Here's the action figure Grail. Shout out to Ferdbird. I saw he put this in there. He wants to get a Captain Gridiron G.I. Joe on card. And
that's mine.
That's yours. That's the
giveaway, mail away.
Yeah. So make sure you guys go check out the Grail section. There's a video game Grail help. And then there's, of course, comic book and sports card stuff. All kinds of good stuff in here. And we're going to keep loading it up, and you guys just come join. That's all you got to do. Just be part of it. Figure out the notification stuff and all those goodies. And trust me, this will be one of your most important apps on your phone and on your computer. So very cool stuff.
You just brought, and to tie back in what you just said, yeah, I told everyone we got a heads up that the Montgomery 582 memberships were going to be up today at Tops. Gave everyone a 5-minute notice at 2:00. They posted. There was rumors it was going to be $5.99. There was rumors it was going to be $4.99. Topps did us a little bit of a favor and dropped it down to $1.99 for new memberships. So this usually, in the last couple years, it entitles you to monthly sets that are only exclusive to the Montgomery Club that they give you as part of the membership. You're able to buy into the Sapphire programs before anybody else. The Chrome, anything that Topps releases, the Montgomery members have first access to, and a pretty nice window to buy it where you're not having to stress. My thought process with it was, if this is going to be the last year Topps is in business, they might throw some fucking heat at us this year. Yeah. You know, that was where my head was at. I was like, if they're going to, this is going to be their hurrah, it's worth $199 of a gamble, because you'll make it back on the exclusives on the secondary if you really wanted to grind to get your $199 back. But I think it's going to be worth it for some other stuff. But we'll see. Did you get in, B?
I did not. I did not sign up for the Montgomery Club. I don't know if I want to sign up for it just because it being the last year. So I kind of I took a flyer on it.
It could be a $199 piece of shit. I mean, there's a coin flip chance of that for damn sure. It's Topps.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, good stuff. Make sure you guys go check out the Discord. It is, it's where it's at. It's where it's going to be. It's going to be the also place where you guys can call into the show, and talk to us. And, it's a lot of fun. Also, you guys just go, if you guys want, you guys can go over there and you guys can listen to the show in the general section. That is, audio only. Just make sure if you guys do join over there, make sure you put your phone on mute so we don't hear you, because it'll come through our stuff. So, but that's how you guys will be able to call in, is by going to that section, and at some point we'll be able to make a thing where basically it's you raising your hand that you want to talk, and we'll pick on you guys. All right, let's get into some of the interesting stuff this week. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. What did you guys think?
I'm not gonna lie. I saw the still photo of Drax and fucking Mantis passed out with Santa hats on. I said I can't do it. I just can't.
It was okay. It was just a funny little thing, and I liked seeing. I liked the little cool little Easter eggs and the cool little things. Like, I thought it was cool how they gave Rocket Bucky's arm for his gift. He got Bucky's arm. I thought it was interesting, the play on Mantis being Pete Star-Lord's brother or sister, which is interesting. We'll see how that plays out. I think more importantly, it was nice for them to do it in a way where they immediately followed that up with the trailer for the new Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which I think is going to be excellent now.
Yeah.
Man, it that one scene where it shows Chris Star-Lord, screaming, telling you can know when someone's dying, and then kind of alluding to the Rock just being a Rocket Raccoon, kind of, I don't know, arc or ending, depending on how you want to look at it. It's going to be one of those ones where you're going to have to wear a hoodie in case you cry next to your buddies and shit in the theater.
Well, that's
why everybody I know that saw it pretty much liked it. Like, more non-comic friends, the people that talked about it, to tell you the truth. I wanted to watch today. My day kind of got derailed. I wanted to at least put it on in the background, so to talk about it a little more. So sorry I didn't get a chance to do that. But yeah, I will say that the trailer for part 3 looks really good. I love the series. The Kurt Russell, and I really like the characters, so it wasn't quite as good. Number 1 was perfect. So yeah, number 1, they did something that we didn't think they could do, and make those lesser known characters beloved in one movie. So I'm really looking forward to number 3, and I will get to the Christmas special probably sooner than later.
Sean and I talked.
Go ahead, Trey.
Sean and I talked about this before. I think that the debut of the Guardians was the peak for comic speculation and collecting and the fun portion. I remember how much I enjoyed the fucking soundtrack. And I'm not one of those lame people that, the soundtrack was great. That was one of the greatest soundtracks. And there were songs we've all heard before or listened to when our parents were little, et cetera, et cetera. But for James Gunn to, like Sean said, to tie characters like Rocket, Drax, Star-Lord, Gamora, people that, weren't on t-shirts. They weren't on action figures when we were kids. To make that relevant where we cared about them, that was the connective tissue, the vessel to bring the Marvel Cinematic Universe to Thanos to make the whole thing happen, and it worked. Is I don't think it'll get any funner than that. Like, honestly, like, it was. I remember for 2 years before that, when we first started doing like hardcore speculation, like who the team gonna be? Was it gonna be the Annihilation Conquest team? Was it gonna be the original team? There was what were they gonna do with it? Was it gonna be Rocket? We had our ideas, and then Chris Pratt comes in and does something with Star-Lord that we didn't think was possible. He turned a D level character, honestly, at that time, into
almost
an
unknown.
A to an A. Absolutely,
I mean, almost all of those characters were unknown, right? I mean, I think from a speculation standpoint, it was exciting because we could actually find these books for next to nothing back then, and then he essentially took these characters and turned them into what are now household names. I mean, just look at Groot. I mean, Groot, Baby Groot, all this stuff. I mean, you see it everywhere now. I mean, my kids are talking about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because Groot's got the he's got the Golden Age appearance. Is his first.
Yeah,
book.
He's the oldest, right?
And then I think it's got to be Drax with Iron Man 55, but clearly a different version of Drax.
Yeah.
Finally gonna put basically have Warlock in there, but he was the only character missing from that 2008 run. Because I think they just wanted to go somewhere with it. And I don't know if they still have found the place they want to go, but I guess they're going to include them. Rocket Raccoon being Rocky Raccoon in the Satana magazine, which is that's loose, but it is what it is. And then and even with Peter having his first appearance in a magazine, and still hit Marvel Spotlight is at 5 and 6, obviously Volume 2. Still those books don't sell for shit. Like, how can his first comic book be worth nothing? And Hulk 271. So the first Rocket comic took off when the Star-Lord didn't, even though it's like a loose Rocky Raccoon and Star-Lord's on the cover. Don't be wrong, the price went up a lot, but just wasn't like as beloved. So that book still doesn't sell. And so those Marvel Spotlights, Strange Tales 180, I think Gamora's first appearance has been one of the most undervalued books, especially in high grade, because not that it's cheap in high grade, it's not, but that red cover, that thing is impossible because that red wore off very easily. So you're not going to get stuff without the shelf wear on that, man. They just but they've sold great, but just not quite as big. And I think Hulk 271 was the only book in Overstreet that went down. They always raise prices, right? And they had 1 year it was $6 and 1 year it was $4. for 271, and we could find them. I found them in back bins. I found a lot of them, but those days are long gone. Back bins are fairly dry.
Here's some connective tissue, though. We got a notification yesterday afternoon about a certain Warner Brothers movie that's going to be coming out with the Blue Beetle. Yep. Jamie Reyes. They're going to use Ted Kord. We found out that basically he's going to be missing. And do you think that this is Gunn's first fucking bullet?
Well, you know what? Let's get into it, because this is one of the segments tonight that I wanted to bring up, that being DC Gunn's DC Universe stuff, because I agree with you, Trey. This, I think, is James Gunn. There is some big information that's dropped in the past couple of days, in the past week, right? One, the Blue Beetle stuff, which is excellent. The Jamie Reyes Blue Beetle stuff was so good in Infinite Crisis. His design, everything about that character. It's something that you were kind of talking about last week with the X-Men spec that you did, where you were talking about different characters, whether they be different backgrounds or male or female, what you're looking for. And Jamie Reyes is definitely one of those characters, that they want to hit on. They want to get that part of the world to look into the movies and stuff, right? Just like Marvel's doing with the Bad Bunny casting and the superhero that they're doing. What was that character's name? I forget that wrestling character. that Marvel's doing with that guy. Anyways,
no, Bad Bunny got Marvel MCU casted.
Yes, yeah.
For what?
This wrestling character. Chat, remind me, I can't remember. But anyway, so the Spanish market is definitely something they want to hit, just like they want to hit the Chinese market and the Eastern market, right? Where Marvel's doing with Spider-Man India, and then the Tiger Force stuff and all that, those characters. It's really blowing up. Yeah, Neighborhood Spider-Man 7. That's the book.
El Muerto.
Yeah, the Hispanic market. Thank you, Righteous Slipper. So yeah, I think that's definitely where they're going with Jamie Reyes, and that tons of copies of that book are out there, but it's got a great Jim Lee cover of that Infinite Crisis book. But another great thing that with the James Gunn stuff, Trey, is did you see the announcement of where Momoa is talking about leaving Aquaman to go play Lobo?
I'm okay with that. I'm ready for. They need to keep fucking Gal Gadot. Honestly, they need to somehow figure out to keep her. Everything else, kick them the fuck off.
Didn't they cancel Wonder Woman 3 today?
Oh no!
Yes, they canceled Wonder Woman 3.
Well, after the fucking piece of shit 1984 was, what does Patty Jenkins think? First of all, she dropped the fucking shit in the middle of the carpet, and then she complained because it wasn't a fucking theatrical release. So I totally understand why she's not getting the third one. You can't fucking shit on the company that gave you the money to make the movies and then make the absolute golden piece of shit she did during the pandemic.
She can shit wherever she wants, bro. But yeah, you're right.
Wait, Patty Jenkins or Gal?
Gal.
Yeah, no, fucking, I 100% agree. I ain't letting Patty Jenkins shit wherever she wants to. Gal wants to fucking, that turd cutter on her, she can do whatever she wants to.
I'll be here, patiently waiting.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Suicide Squad. But it says here that Suicide Squad directors made it clear that they're currently in the midst of putting together a new slate of interconnected film, TV, and video game projects to get through in 2023. They include Shazam, Fear of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, Aquaman, and The Lost Kingdom. And then after that, it's like all James Gunn era stuff. So some of the stuff that they talked about that was interesting is no more Man of Steel.
Does he basically say that everything that's going on right now is not going to be part of it?
He didn't say that.
Go back to that. Go back to that literal paragraph you just had. I think. Where was he said?
After recently hyping the new Blue Beetle poster on Instagram, Gunn started answering some fan questions about DCU's future. He started by revealing, quote, "Peter and I will help guide the already filmed projects for next year with the new slate."
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
he said it further on down in there a little bit more.
So the DCU slate officially kicks off in 2024.
Yeah. We're excited to shepherd the great films. We're okay, but then he said that like all there it is confirmed. Flash, the Aquaman sequel, going to groundwork. That's just we're guessing. I'm okay with that. Let's wipe our ass and flush it, and let's get James Gunn vision of what he wants to be. Did I want the Snyderverse? Absolutely. We're never going to get it. We got a really bad HBO Max handed us a fucking gem with the 5-hour Gunn Dark Side. What do you call it? The ultimate version, or whatever they did. That movie was a masterpiece. I don't care. No one will ever tell me differently. If they would have released that initially, no one would bitch, but they didn't. And that's where we're at right now. Let's do it.
Well,
I honestly
hope Man of Steel 2 also, which is very interesting. But
he's after credits in Black Adam. So,
well,
Black Adam should.
Let's be honest. Who wants to see Black Manta against Momoa rather than Momoa go do Lobo?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with you.
Come on, dude. We got it. Aquaman was like, honestly, I really liked the Aquamans. I liked his character. They got the right guy to play Aquaman. Come on, dude. Come on. Let that crazy bastard be the main man over here. Do something.
Here.
You know what? I heard it. I heard a dream. I actually heard someone that I think would be better for Lobo And I need you to think about it. It's a little different. But Lobo's funny. Jason Momoa is not funny, guys. He guy has fucking muscles, and he's literally The Rock with like 3 more acting lessons, if we're fucking truly being honest.
I'm not even sure he acts better than The Rock.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's the fucking Razzies Award or whatever. But I heard TJ Miller today, and I fucking loved it.
Oh,
I loved it.
That's interesting. I don't see it.
If they can get Chris Pratt all swole, maybe you can get TJ Miller swole, dude.
TJ Miller someone has to be so witty. They have to be Ryan Reynolds level witty to play Lobo. And Jason Momoa, like I said, there's got to be somebody with fucking pictures and crayon drawings standing behind people so we can read it. There's no way it's gonna work.
Yeah.
The Bautista, fuck that. If he's in anything other than a fucking kids movie, they're fucking up. They need to get rid of these shit wrestlers and get someone who can actually play Lobo, because we've talked about it for years. If they do him right, that's the DCU or the Warner Brothers Deadpool. I mean, it's a B Deadpool, but done correctly, they could use it the same way that they use Deadpool, that Fox used Deadpool, I think.
Yeah.
There's a couple decent in here. Sinister Titans got Carl Urban as the one I could see is playing Lobo, and that'd be pretty badass, dude.
Maybe.
Josh says Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you got to beef him. I agree, but I don't know how in the living hell you're gonna. I don't know how in the living hell you can do that with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You do that, a lot of people do, but that guy not having an ass and swinging that bat on fucking Walking Dead, kind of was like, yeah, let's see what's going on. They always got to put him in a jacket. But
someone in the chat saying TJ Miller, is he in jail? Because I thought he just did.
No, he got canceled. He got canceled for something stupid.
I don't know why he said canceled.
I know, but he should be. But I mean, if it was sexual assault, well, how comes he's not in jail? Because
he's not in jail.
So he actually didn't commit sexual assault then.
No, not that I know.
He gave her $2 million or something. But
I think it was a Me Too type thing, if I remember correctly.
Me Too.
Yeah.
He allegedly choked, shook, and punched her in the mouth, all without her consent. That does not sound like Me Too.
Oh, maybe not.
Sorry.
Fuck that. Sean Connery says that shit to whatever fucking Diane Sawyer, and you got the replacement, or whatever, that big movie like 3 weeks later. Free TJ Miller.
That's crazy.
Yeah, an anonymous woman who attended George Washington University with Miller told the Daily Beast that Miller, her then boyfriend, became violent with her during a sexual encounter. So,
was it the same girl that got what was the Dodgers pitcher that got so screwed over? Bauer? It's probably the same girl who fucked Trevor Bauer over.
Yeah, right. That was bullshit. Bauer should be pitching right next year. They should have been
pitching a year and a half ago.
Yeah. All right, Kingdom Come, you guys. This is the other thing that Gunn is teasing, and if I would be stoked if they killed Man of Steel 2 and did some type of Kingdom Come show, because the other thing that's going to be there under James Gunn watch is going to be Green Lantern also. And Gal Gadot talked about how she's not done with Wonder Woman yet, but Wonder Woman 3 has been canceled. So could they do a Kingdom Come type role where they age up Gal Gadot, they age up Henry Cavill? You know, they do some of those characters as, you know, a little bit older to play the Kingdom Come stuff. And do you think we have enough that the regular public has enough information in their head to rock with a Kingdom Come storyline?
I mean, I think so. I mean, it was a well enough received and popular title, right? I mean, at least from my childhood, this is like one of the main titles I even remember. So
yeah. Are you thinking making Magog like the main, like the Thanos, and then having basically a multiverse inclusion where basically, you know, the Kingdom Come people come to tell the new group that there's a threat, and maybe it'd be Magog, Darkseid, or something like that? Because I can see that.
You said Darkseid, and they're teasing Darkseid now too.
You can't fuck around with pussy ass fucking villains anymore if you're DC. You really can't. If they fuck this up, it's done. Like all the jokes about Disney and Marvel buying them, it's going to happen if they fuck this up. So if they don't use their big guns correctly this time, then they all need to be fired anyway. I've said it in the Discord. There might be 2 people at DC that deserve to have a job at the moment.
Well, think of the storylines that, or the characters that they're rocking with, that they're going to continue. The Shazam storyline universe, right, which is a big part of Kingdom Come. Gal Gadot is going to continue as Wonder Woman supposedly, but not do Wonder Woman 3. Cavill is going to continue as Superman, but not do Man of Steel 2. There's a lot of those characters that are part of Kingdom Come's universe, and I could totally see them doing a little bit where they do an amalgamation. They kind of take out Magog and do Darkseid, or something like that, because there is Darkseid being in there. I hope that they do this, and here's why I hope they do it the most. This could be an Elseworlds. If DC, the DCEU starts playing with an Elseworlds style storyline, where they can do what Marvel is doing with What If in the multiverse, DC Universe can start doing with Elseworlds, and now we can start getting all these great storylines. We can get the Batman Elseworlds storylines. We can get Kingdom Come as an Elseworlds storyline. This can be DCEU's multiverse, the Elseworlds stuff, and they can so much they could do with that. So I really hope they do that. Not a lot of spec play, I don't think. Comic book wise, I feel like a lot of this spec movie and TV spec stuff is on a slow death. I don't know what you guys think about that, but
I think if DC does anything right, the DC, at least the DC keys will rise, because they've just been like essentially neutral all this time. So I think there's actually a lot of room if they actually can do something cohesive and be consistent with their projects. I think we're actually looking at potential rise in some of these books. That's just my opinion.
It's all about casting and characters. It's like we talked about. Guardians worked. I mean, it shouldn't have worked, but it worked because it was written well, it was directed well, and it was casted well. Like I said, the finding Chris Pratt from Parks and Recs the way that they did to get him in shape. That's what the other thing is. I mean, they basically said you're going to have to lose a shit ton of weight to even be considered for this. He did that, and here we are talking about him. 10 years later almost. With that run wrapping up, I mean, we are very thirsty for good comic book movies right now. I mean, Black Panther 2, we've talked about it, was a good movie. It wasn't the greatest movie. Black Adam 2, same boat. I mean, it was good. It wasn't anything super exciting, in my opinion. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, phase 1, phase 2 Marvel level shit, in my opinion. So yeah. Who's going to fill that void? Is it going to go back? Is it going to be the action? Is it going to be the war movies, the Top Guns, the action thrillers? Or is Warner Brothers going to be able to step back into this space and actually do what we've been wanting them to do? Oh, fuck, it's back.
It could be mine. Let me turn mine off.
Close your fucking Gmails. How can we hear it though? I don't understand.
Because I have my volume coming through, so it's for the whole streaming stuff, so I can mute different stuff, and I can have.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyways, let's. I think that's very interesting, James Gunn stuff. So, we're all hoping that James Gunn can do with DC what we want to happen, which is bring DC back from the dead, because it is dead. It is DED dead. So, all right, let's get into some of the NFT talk stuff. We talked about Art Basel last week, and we've got some new information going on. What's going on with this Goblin Town stuff, Vinny?
Yeah, so there was a few NFT events that were going on during Art Basel, and again, if you all didn't hear it last week, I was talking about Art Basel is essentially this gathering of tons of galleries, about 250 to 300 galleries. They're all in Miami. There's one sort of main location for everything that's in the Miami Beach Convention Center, but they set up all over. They set up on the beach, bunch of pop-ups, bunch of like things in the Wynwood area. So there's kind of like a lot of just fine art stuff going on. But what's happened over the last 5 years or so is there's been a big intersection between fine art, music, and now since last year, NFTs. So what I started seeing this year was a lot of NFT events, right? So Goblin Town was one of these projects that Marcus and I were watching for a while. It was essentially a free mint that went up. People were like essentially making like 5-10 grand off of free mints, like a few months ago. And it was one that Marcus passed on. I didn't know about it until after. But it just went crazy. So anyways, if you owned either a Goblin Town or an Illuminati, which is like in the same family, you could RSVP for their event. End up going to their event. It was interesting. It was like along the whole theme of like they type everything in weird letters. It's all very just it's all very sort of caveman-esque, like the way people talk and everything. So it was an abandoned mall in downtown Miami. Went in, I had to show proof of the NFT, got there, and that first picture you showed, Bryan, there was a guy greeting us like with this mask like this, and he's holding up a barcode and basically putting his hand over his mouth or finger over his mouth. So there's some other Discord and new project that they were announcing essentially through that. So you had to scan the QR code and then get access to the Discord, which, by the way, guys, if anybody does want, I will share it in our Discord in the NFT section. So
exclusive.
Yes. So that should be an interesting project coming up. So there was that event. I mean, literally, this is crazy, guys. People are looking at these NFT projects and the art from it. Like, for example, there was, little paintings, decorating the inside of this abandoned mall. People ran in and just stole it all. Like, literally just went in and they were stealing anything they could. That's the fervor around these NFTs. It's kind of nuts. Like, I just picked up a few of the stickers that they had over there just because everybody was stealing shit. But I wasn't gonna steal stuff. But I saw these and I was like, let me at least take something from the event. But so there was that event. It was cool networking, free booze, stuff like that. Todd James did an event with Pharrell. If you owned his NFT, Todd James is a graffiti artist. Then you could go to essentially a launch at the Billionaire Boys Club store as well. It was the I think Thursday night last week. That one, DJ was Stretch Armstrong. You had Pharrell showing up. You had all types of people showing up. Long line outside. But again, if you had the NFT, which surprised me, you could actually go right up to the front of the line, show the NFT, and they let you right in. So it was pretty interesting to see the NFTs actually give you real access to these events versus just like a QR code that you then have to stand in line and you may or may not get in. So it was cool to see people actually giving deference to these things. Yeah, Hebrew Brantley was there. A bunch of actually like big stars. A lot of people showed up to this thing. It was actually a really dope event.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I love stuff like this, man. I think it's cool that these like pop-up type events like this happen. It's very interesting. And I always thought the pop-up type style is very guerrilla marketing-esque, and it's fun, especially when you walk into something you don't know is going to be there.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was really cool. It was really cool. And it's just becoming a whole thing. It's like, you go to some of these events, you start hearing about other things, you learn about other projects early. It's sort of becoming a thing to do. And it's all intersected with other things that you may be interested in, with collectibles, with fine art, with music. So, if you're kind of in on the right projects, it's something to be aware of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. That's super cool.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting stuff, man.
The other thing that I noticed this year was that the NFT site Maker's Place actually had a good presence at one of the galleries called Scope. So they had these essentially like flat digital screens to display all the NFTs all over, the art gallery. So they were trying to really make their mark and solidify these NFT artists along with all the other traditional fine artists that typically come to Art Basel. And there's definitely like a resentment against this whole movement that's coming. I mean, I ironically wore a shirt that said "God hates NFTs," which is the hundreds shirt that they put out. So I ended up wearing that, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, like fuck NFTs." I was like, "That's not really why I'm wearing it," but yeah, I hear you. They're like, you don't see any NFTs at Art Basel, right? I was like, actually, you do. Like, you're just in the wrong galleries, but you can't actually fight it. But I thought that was really cool. I saw Maker's Place is also they dropped a toy. That's another thing I saw. A lot of these NFT projects are dropping designer toys, which I've been talking about a whole bunch in the Discord. So that's something to look out for. So that was another cool event. And another thing I thought was really interesting was a curator named G Money launched an NFT clothing mint that was live at Art Basel. So essentially what you could do is you sign up, you go to a location, and you live mint an NFT called 9DCCL. And along with that that mint, you essentially get a T-shirt. And on the T-shirt, they have a chip that has, that registers back to your NFT.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yeah. So what they started doing was they actually gamified it. So if you wear the shirt all throughout Art Basel, people can come up to you with their phone and they can get what's called a POAP, which is a proof of attendance protocol. So the more you collected, you could get something. And the more that people collected from you, they could get something. So it was like a whole thing. You'd see somebody with one of these shirts and everybody would be running up to them to try to collect these POAPs or popes. Now, what does that mean? As somebody who's collecting those, down the line, it could be something you can sell in the future, like an NFT. You can sell. Right now, it's more of like you can equate it to like a ticket stub saying, I was at this event, I got this Pope, and now, it's on my phone.
So one of the craziest things that I saw at Art Basel was this ATM that you would walk up to and you pull money out of, and it would take a picture of you standing in front of the ATM, and it would rank everybody's bank accounts. And
oh shit.
and I saw Diplo, who, if you don't follow Diplo on social media, you need to follow him. You don't have to like his music or his shtick, but his social media is excellent shit. So he went up there and he took the #1 spot on there. I thought it was very interesting to see this. Let's see if we can get a video of it. There's some really good videos of him out there.
Yeah.
That guy's the 2020 Moby.
Yeah,
bro, they should fucking reverse rank it.
Yeah,
like if you've got a negative account balance, you should be #1.
I think they say like try harder or something like that. I forgot what it was, like or fail or something like that if your account is low. Yeah, this was at
3 million. Was it 3 million?
Yeah,
3 million was in his account. So he got #1 with a $3 million bank account.
He's the kind of guy that heard about it, put money in his account, and flew down there and had someone videotape this. That's the kind of guy fucking Diplo is, in my opinion.
Viral moment, right?
Jesus Christ. That is interesting. I mean, I'm seeing some stuff about, like, is this an art piece? And I mean, we're talking about it.
This was the taped banana of 2022.
It sold for $75,000. Viral ATM machine at Art Basel sold for $75,000. The ATM machine went viral for ranking its user based upon their balance and displaying it along the user's photo for all to see. DJ and producer Diplo took part over the weekend. The creator behind the machine said it was designed to help people cut to the chase. The machine sold for $75,000 to a local collector in South Florida who plans to make it available to the public. So there you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Maybe
there was one other thing that was notable at the actual Art Basel, like at the convention center. Sorayama had a piece that was there. I don't know if you can find a picture of it, Brian, but it was super dope. It was like kind of like this holographic statue of his like sexy robot that he does, but that thing was super sick.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, but if you can, I don't know if you can find the actual one from Art Basel. Let me see.
Is that not it? All right, hold on.
I could hire a girl at the strip club and paint her gold and have her stand still cheaper for a fucking year than I could before I could pay for that statue.
Oh, right here. Here you go. Is this it?
Let me see. No, if I find it, I'll send it to you. But it was basically this holographic statue. You can kind of look at it from all angles. It was super dope. But if you all don't know much about Sorayama, there it is. Yeah, this thing was crazy. I think it sold for $300,000. But for those of you who don't know about Sorayama, he got really big from doing the covers to Heavy Metal magazine back in the day. So
yeah.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Nice.
Another 78 points of articulation. If you guys are not following his Instagram, you are fucking up, because he's literally one of the most talented photographers. And some of the stuff he does with figures is beyond. I know that sounds interesting. You're talking about action figures and stuff like that, but the way that he creates his sets, way he shoots them, he's an unbelievable follow. He's been a really, really great help in the Discord. Really has. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, this is awesome how it looks in here. If you see it right here, that's badass.
It looks so dope in person. I mean,
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, can you imagine having that in your house?
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
If I had that in my house, my kids would look at me like, "What the heck is this?"
Boys, that is called fuck around money.
Yeah.
What is this, Vinny? The ledger stacks.
So this is we were talking about like how to store your crypto NFTs on a cold storage wallet. Ledger just announced this new product called the Ledger Stacks.
And of course they did.
Did you just buy one?
Buy the most expensive one they have. 8 days later, let's get a better one out.
Maybe you return it, Trey. This one is actually really dope. It's got a screen that you can manipulate. It shows you can have a lock screen that has the NFT or whatever else you want on there. And it is actually designed by the maker or the original designer of the iPod. So they just wanted to make a cool device that you can also see sort of what's in it, etc. So I thought this thing was really cool. I think the last thing is a video on it. The last little thing.
If something like this is built with is something like this built with a faulty battery, are you just poor?
No. So what happens is, as long as you keep your seed phrase, you can basically just buy another ledger and you can get everything back again. That was my question, because I was like, wait a second, if I have a USB drive and that thing just dies, like, what am I going to do? I just lost all my money. But apparently you can even have like 10 of these with the same wallet on it. So you won't really lose it that way unless you lose your seed phrase. If you
keep them 26 fucking words someplace. Yeah. What I did was I took a photo of it and then I encrypted the photo and took it offline and then put that on a USB in my safe just in case something ever happens. Because like Vinny was talking about, if you're going to spend some of this money on your crypto, which you can store crypto on there, you can store your NFTs. If you're going to spend $400 or $500, and a lot of people, that's one of the things we hear the most are people like, it's going to get hacked or it's going to get stolen. Well, if you put them on this, it's impossible for it to get hacked unless you're online and leave it open. That's the beauty of these ledgers is you put your NFTs and your valuables on here, and then you can put them in a safe or your nightstand or wherever you want it to be. And it's absolutely safe. Cannot be fucked with. Nothing can happen to them.
Go ahead.
That I was done, honestly.
I was gonna say the only problem with storing NFTs, I mean, on things like this is you don't really get the benefit of airdrops, because they take these snapshots of your wallet and then a lot of times they'll airdrop you the next thing for owning it. But if they are on a cold storage wallet, you can't really get some of those airdrops. You'd have to move the NFT before the snapshot period, make sure it gets snapped, and then move it back. So I'm personally, I probably wouldn't do it with my NFTs, but with my crypto, I think I'll probably move them onto a ledger.
Marcus had shout out to our boy Marcus, who's busy this week. He dropped some cool stuff about this right here. 6-time platinum track Ric Flair Drip has become part of hip hop history, reaching over 1 billion streams on Spotify alone. And now the royalties sold as NFTs, which is very interesting. How is this supposed to work?
So something big that's happening right now in the music industry is they are fractionalizing music royalties, right? So the same way that they're doing it, like for example on Rally or Otis, for trading cards or for video games or comic books or anything like that, they're saying, hey, here are the royalties for this. Whatever it's going to earn from now in perpetuity, we are going to take it. We're going to split it into whatever number, 1,000. Fractionalize it, and you get the benefit of owning a piece of this income stream. All this is doing is essentially now tying an NFT to it so that you have it on the blockchain. So what people are doing, for example, with this drop, there was 50,000. Essentially, they earned $50,000 with the drop. Had 1,000 at $50 a piece. 1,000 people bought it at $50 a piece, and they'll just get royalties as the song plays. Now, this record was actually a pretty big song, so I think this would be pretty cool. But look for more and more of this stuff to happen. And actually, Royal is starting to do this too. The company that I know Nas is behind it, Blau is behind it. A few of the music industry guys have gotten behind this, but that's something that people are starting to do. It goes along with everything we've been talking about with NFTs. Owning the NFT, getting airdrops, getting token, getting some kind of rewards for being a holder. This goes along with it. So people want to own a piece of something that they love and also benefit from it as well.
And then you got 1,000 people promoting it right off the bat.
Exactly.
You gotta. Hey, if you hear about songs like this going up for NFT, fucking let me know, because I will be that asshole that sets up a fucking Vietnamese farm of people with 52 phones just looping our shit. We'll buy some shitty ass songs, turn them into NFTs, and we'll have that shit hot in a year and a half. I promise you.
I know, right? That's awesome,
dude. That's so cool though, because you're part of the. It actually makes you a part of the song.
Yeah, I like
if the
it.
song gets it, like if the song
awesome.
gets used in like a trailer of a movie, there's gonna be some financial compensation potentially on the back end. I fucking love the idea.
It's like what I was talking. It's like what I was talking about a couple weeks ago with the Batum Bomb Squad, where if it sells on the secondary market, you get 20% of whatever the hundreds is going to get from it, and as a royalty. So this way, you're making money just like the artist is. It's pretty dope.
I like these.
The righteous flipper says, "I'm still staying with crypto. Crypto is starting to take a hit, right? I mean, even worse than we thought."
So coin came up. Is it back down? Fuck.
Man, the first thing I saw when I drove in Miami, when I was driving to my hotel, was I did not realize this. I mean, and sorry, pardon me, guys, if you knew about this, but the freaking arena is the FTX arena. What the hell? I was like, that was the first thing I saw, and I was like, this is awful.
I hope they put that fucking fat boy in Fort fucking Sill, Lawton, Oklahoma, and that's where he serves his time.
It's crazy, but
dude, there's $2 billion of people money that they can't fucking find. $2 billion of pensions and shit like that, and that little fuck's having a sex cult with them ugly fucks in the Bahamas. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, dude.
They just audited. They just audited. Was it the Pentagon again? And if we can't find $3 trillion, something like that.
Yeah.
Surprising? No. Disheartening? Yes.
Dude, everything's so fucked right now. I mean, in honesty, it's just fucked.
Go with that.
Bad.
I mean, like Reef is saying, I think it's just going to be a point where regulation is going to happen, and certain ones are going to rise to the top, and it's not really a bad time, I don't think, to just buy the tried and true ones, the Bitcoins and the Ethereums, and there's going to be certain altcoins that are going to last the test of time, and the rest are probably going to fall to the wayside. So I don't think it's dead. I don't think crypto's dead by any means. And I think it's probably a time to think about, looking into it if you haven't gotten any.
If you got extra money to buy cryptos, invest in fucking gold. Gold's never lost. Literally, look it up. You look at the gold price chart, and if you invest in gold, there is a good chance you're going to fucking have a return. Gold, silver, things like that. They're not making that shit anymore. But I do want to, Vinny, I did bring it up. I want you to bring up the punk, that one NFT that you posted where the guy sold it for like 1,000 ETH or whatever. The crypto punk, the one that the guy hit huge on.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. This was from like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, you did something on Twitter and you posted it, and the guy was giving away, but one of his crypto punks transformed and he sold it on OpenSea for 1,025 Ethereum tokens.
Yeah. I don't remember which one this was. I'm sorry, Trey, but
no, you're good, man. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, is that commonplace to have like those giant hits?
If you were in on the right projects, even now, if you're in on the right projects, and if you get the ones that have the rarest traits, then yes, you can. And if it's a popular project, people are willing to pay astronomical amounts to have the rare traits. The other thing that I've noticed is if people can buy something that is relatable to them, then they'll pay more for it as well. So, for example, Eminem bought a Bored Ape that looked like him for $400,000. It wasn't necessarily a rare one, but it's because it had his attributes, so that's why he bought it. So,
beard.
Yeah, if you look on the OpenSea, you can see the rarity of a lot of the NFTs. So you can kind of see if it's something that would be considered in the top whatever percentile.
The first time I saw anything about rarity, honestly, was when looking at the bat cows on the DC. If you go and look at the ones that are for sale, it tells you the exact scarcity, rarity, percentage-wise of what is out there, which that makes a lot of sense, being able to actually see the stats. It's like looking at the back of a baseball card necessarily. Shows you what's going on. I see, like, I think our audience is able to wrap their head around stuff like that. Like what you're talking about, being able to get into cons, being able to, go to the front of the line, things like that. I mean, how great would that be if, like I said, if Todd McFarlane or Jim Lee or any of these artists, even Liefeld's dumbass, released an NFT where at any time he was at a con, it's a skip to the line to get your shit signed. How many people would fucking want something like that?
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to use them correctly, I feel. You know what I mean? And most people are right. Most of these are going to be fucking not even worth the electricity used to make them 5 years down the road. But what Vinny's saying is it's the same thing. It's like those variants you get at the fucking San Jose Comic Show that no one realizes, and then you find out a Transformer variant was worth $10,000 10 years later. That's what Vinny's saying is there's home runs to be had. Just put your eggs in some cheap baskets and see if they fucking hatch.
Yeah.
It's what we all do. It's what we've been doing on comics and all of our speculation.
And like we said, like Marcus and I said, there's free mints that happen. There's ones that you can literally pay $2, $3 just for gas fees, and you'll have a free mint that could end up being something like Goblin Town. One thing I forgot to mention was at this Goblin Town thing, they had people tattooing. So I spoke to one of the guys, and he was like, "I'm definitely gonna get a tattoo," and I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "I actually did really well on my free mint Goblin Town." He was like, "I just want to have it as a memento to remember that." So people are winning off of some of this stuff.
Hey, are you able to buy back cows on OpenSea now? I thought it was exclusive to the Warner Brothers market.
It looks like you might be able to.
Can are you able to go back a few, B?
I don't know if those are actual real from the.
They could be fake stuff.
Yeah, I think
well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, if it's on OpenSea, I'd like to buy one. That's the only reason it's held me back is it's on its own little network, which Marcus has discussed. That ain't one for damn sure.
Yeah.
No, you know what happened? I think somebody made like a copycat project.
Okay.
So probably not. Probably not yet.
So Let me ask you this, Vinny. On these copycat projects, let's say an idiot like me who doesn't know any better sees that back count, like, oh shit, it's $280, and I buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. You're done, right? There's no going back. There's no messaging and be like, hey, I fucked up. Once the transaction's on the blockchain,
but the things you can use to prevent that are take a look at the page. A lot of times, if it's the official page, it'll have a check mark by it, by the name, kind of like how Twitter would have a check mark or Instagram would have a check mark. You can also click on the links from, directly from Instagram or Twitter from those official pages. You can go to the collection on OpenSea. So there are ways to avoid like finding the wrong place. As long as you find the actual NFT property that you're looking for through socials, then you can get to the right links. But I wouldn't just go searching on OpenSea because people are trying to scam. I mean, it's the reality of
Bryan's on the right one. He's on the legit one. And Marcus and Vinny and I have, honest to God, talked back and forth about this internally for probably 4 to 5 months. I want one. My problem with it is I don't plan on going to any fucking cons. I ain't going to those COVID fests for any time. So spending that money, it just seems like, that if you're going to cons and you're actively going to different places, then this makes a lot of sense. Being able to just have, a 10-minute exclusive window to buy their shitty fucking, comic NFTs they're putting out right now, not really exciting to me. Nothing at DC is exciting to me right now. I want to like this. This is a fucking good idea. I want to buy one. But I'm just not excited about anything DC's doing.
Yeah, it's just not exciting.
But if they said, for example, if there's how Alex Ross, for example, always does the San Diego and NYCC variants, and let's say they said Batcal owners first in line on Friday morning or Saturday morning, suddenly there's an incentive, right? I mean, even as a comic collector,
yes,
or Batcal owners specific variant for you guys only.
Let me ask you this.
That's going to happen.
Let me ask you this, Vinny. Let's say that you own a Batcal, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to NYCC next year. Is it worth the gas to transfer it from your wallet to my wallet to be able to get into a function like that? Or is that even possible the way that things are used?
So the app that I had to use, it is possible if you transfer the NFT to me. The thing I used when I was at Art Basel was this thing called token proof. And what they would do, so for example, there's a couple events there that I RSVP'd for. I don't know if you guys can see it, right? And if you click on it when you go to the event, it's like a moving QR code. So that's how you get in. I've never seen like a non-static QR code, but that's basically they just scan it and they're like, okay, you're good, and that's it. So you could potentially do that, but everybody's starting to use this token proof app. So it verifies it against your wallet, and then it'll let you RSVP.
That's smart. I mean, good.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to some interesting stuff, you guys. One of my favorite topics out there. This is probably, if I have to think back of the topic that got me back into collecting, period, whether it's comics, cards, or anything, it is 100% this topic we're about to get into right now. And basically what happened for me is in the early 2000s, I started, working in the corporate world and this and that. And, I had enough disposable income to start getting back into like the stuff that I liked as a kid. And I found myself on the Collectors Universe forums. And for those of you guys that don't know, the Collectors Universe forums are PSA trading cards forums, and they'll suck you in, man. And back then it was so much fun because back then nobody really knew about like foreign trading cards, like the Panini soccer cards or the Panini Semic hockey cards, or non-sports trade, non-major for sports trading cards like racing or soccer or horse racing, stuff like that. And that really boxing, that's where I saw the first Manny Pacquiao rookie, the first Floyd Mayweather rookie. And that was the stuff that really made me go, oh man, this is so interesting. It was so affordable. It was so affordable back then. It was unreal. It was like, I wish I would have pulled the trigger on stuff back then. Now it's absolutely crazy, and it's becoming even more crazy. And there are a lot of interesting stuff to talk about when it comes to, the non-major force sports trading cards. And I think that we're going to continue the segment throughout as long as we go here on the radar and doing stuff. We're going to continue to hit back on the segment. And this is going to be segment number 1 of the trade, non-major force sports trading card segment. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get into it. This is very interesting stuff. Let me bring this up here.
I like it when you get excited about shit. It's more fun when you see that Bryan gets that twinkle and he's like, oh shit. And I can tell when he liked this topic earlier today. So it always makes it fun.
Or the times when he's unimpressed. You got McClay unimpressed. He goes, whatever.
So this website that I found is a new website also. I was doing my research on this topic, and this new website I found is very interesting, and we're going to continue to take a look at it, and I'm going to show it to you all for the first time. I've never talked about this website. There's a website out there called Trading Card Database. It's tcdb.com. Very interesting. Got some very good information in it. And that's what we're going to get into today, starting off with a very interesting character in the whole trading card, non-major force sports trading cards that nobody really thought of until the trading card boom. And we started seeing some sales in like golden auctions on some of this stuff. And that being Jay-Z. For those of you guys that don't know, Jay-Z has some cards out there that are worth collecting. And there's some very rare variations and stuff like that. And he has some Topps Finest and some Topps Chrome and some autographs out there. But people are always looking for quote unquote rookie cards of these characters. Shout out to Red Hood who brings up the C-3PO cock card, as he calls it. So
Vinny and I talked about that card. I don't want that motherfucker in my collection. I don't want seriously, I don't want like in a generation down the road when they're like passing my cards down to be like, hey, your great grandpa Trey, this is collection, and they're looking through my shit. They're like, why does he have a fucking gold robot dick card? I don't want that. I'm being serious. I don't want that shit. They're gonna be like, why is this a collection? And then they start wondering. They keep that shit. It's a weird card. It's like the what is the one the cover with the cowboy with the dick?
Yeah.
Nothing like some pedophilia fucking references
Dude,
on the cover
rifleman.
of a comic.
The rifleman.
Superman one.
Rifleman,
It's just like, I never understood like I get it, like, oh, it's Star Wars, it's 3PO's dick, but like I don't want that motherfucker in my house.
And also, man, it's also good when a rapper has the same first name as you because you get a lot of cool lines.
Yeah.
Thanks, Puffy. Thanks, Jay.
This is interesting right here. This is a Bazooka card. Now, I don't know if this is his first card, but it's from 2005, 2006 Bazooka, number 216 at Jay-Z. Quote unquote, they put rookie card on it, which is very interesting. It says
Bazooka
Jay-Z
Joe.
Card. Well, if that's a 95, what year does that say?
This is 2005, 2006. So
that's late. Reasonable Doubt was like 96,
95 or 96.
Yeah.
Damn, Sean. Tip of the cap, sir.
He doesn't have any cards. Like, this is his first card, I think. As a matter of fact, though, didn't he have a card in those old OMTV Raps cards? I thought he might have, but I don't
think so. I think it was
those ProSat ones that were made by that you can still buy packs of at most gas stations in Georgia
for like 50 cents a pack. Still,
I don't think he was. I don't think he was. No, I don't think he did.
So there's that the Bazooka card. And
maybe it was Jay-Z and Jazz-O. Maybe
that's what it was. I think it was, bro.
Possibly.
Well, there's gold variations of it, so those are what you want to be on the lookout for. There's also minis. This is a Bowman 2005 2006 Bowman, same year Jay-Z card, which is very interesting. There's a Bowman Chrome. And there's different refractors of that. But this is the first one that everybody really went crazy for, the 2005-2006 finest. This is one of the ones that Trey had put in this segment, which is very interesting. There's a ton of different variations on it. Here's an auto, though, that came in that set. Very interesting right here.
I will say, guys, that like people like Jay-Z, it's not easy to get their autographs. I mean, there's no.
Why would he?
Yeah, there's no event that they show up to to sign. You might just, on the off chance that you see him somewhere or outside of a show, or maybe at a radio station. That's about it. You're not really.
Jay-Z ain't signing shit. He don't even fucking let people take photos of him anymore.
Nah.
No, Ryan, you're not wrong. He is a rapper, but he's also I believe he owns. I don't know what his percentage is, but he's a percentage owner in the Brooklyn Nets, and I believe a hockey team too. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, he's definitely ingrained. I mean, look, his sports agency has turned into one of the biggest sports agency in the business.
Yeah,
he hasn't
He's
made
made
he'll sell anybody down
relic.
the river as long as he gets paid.
Yeah,
You know?
he's got relics too. Look at this, signed relics.
Crazy.
So shirts and stuff. Is it game worn?
Dude, that's numbered also, that relic.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is crazy.
I love shit like this. Like, I love shit like this.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's more relics there, which I think are very interesting. This is Top's first row. It's got a relic card too. And this is
What's it? Look at his stance in that card. Like, what do we do? Like, hey, Jay-Z, stand awkward. All right, I got this.
He's awkward. He blocks lefty.
all 0506 is when all these. Look at this one. This one's very interesting. Top's luxury box, one man show autos.
Number 4 of 10.
Yeah. This is interesting. He's got a Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, and Jay-Z all on the same card.
Ooh, that's kind of a good one.
Yeah, that might be it.
Because he actually mentions paying Dwayne Wade on that song. You know what I mean? He actually has Dwayne Wade in a couple of his hits. So
yeah, this is great stuff. Here's another great auto, Topps Total. This one's a good one because it's got Adam Morrison on. You remember Adam Morrison?
Shut the fuck up. The Gonzaga sniper?
Yeah.
The guy that UCLA made cry and roll around on the floor in the Final Four.
Oh, he made us fucking cry 2 weeks, like 2 games before. Y'all made him fucking cry.
Yeah, he was on the court face down. It was amazing.
With his dirty porn mustache. He looked like that. He looked like Billy Crudup from what's that movie where, you know what I'm talking about? It was a great movie where the kid wrote for Rolling Stone.
Oh, yeah. Almost Famous.
That's one of my favorite 90s movies.
Yeah.
Wait, is that 90s or that early 2000?
What the hell is going on here? Hold on here, guys. I apologize. Let me fix this.
So I said to the guy, what's up?
Do you think the Raiders have a shot at making the playoffs?
Running the gun.
I know you're gonna
but we got a 3-game winning streak, and look for me about 5th row behind the Rams bench talking shit tomorrow night in Los Angeles. You see,
Devontae Adams has been worth the money. By the way, Devontae Adams worth the
Josh
money.
Jacobs needs an extension, but yeah, you are correct.
All right. Speaking of Jay-Z, how about Kim Kardashian, you guys? Kim Kardashian first showed up on in 2009. She showed up on a couple card sets. This one's a national convention card of all 3 of the first 3 sisters, right? They don't put the original.
That would look at these. Look at them before the plastic surgery. They look like normal women almost.
Where's Rob?
Kim's face doesn't look like that anymore.
No,
holy shit,
dude.
Kim always looks like a fucking G.I. Joe now.
Dude, you know how she's like, man, how come I could get Jay instead of Beyonce? Nah.
And these cards sell for a grip, you guys. Look at this one. How about this one? Signed because she was dating Reggie Bush. A signed New Orleans Saints helmet card from Upper Deck.
That's a cool one. I like that one, man.
Oh, you said Reggie. I thought you said Ray J. My bad.
Perfect timing, Marcus. We're getting into.
If Ray J signed it, we don't want that fucking card.
Yeah. And she signed it on the helmet too, which is awesome. Sweet Spot Heroes, it says. So that's from 2009 Upper Deck Icons.
Card back not available. You know what they thought they were going to see when they turned it around.
Yeah. This one is from Upper Deck Prominent Cuts from 2009. And then here's an auto from Upper Deck Spectrum. So she's got a couple autograph cards out there. Here's another one. This is from 2010. So the Kim Kardashian autos sell for a decent amount. This one's interesting because it has a piece of fabric with it too. So, but crazy stuff, dude.
A piece of fabric. Is there any white?
Oh, this is so gross and funny, dude, all at the same time.
What is this?
Alan Ginter piece of her thong.
Kim and Chris. Hold on, I gotta see what this is.
What are you said thong? Are you fucking around? Or are you being serious?
It's a wedding menu from Kim and Chris's wedding.
That's actually a fucking Alan Ginter. I tip my cap because that's actually a pretty cool fucking one. To be honest with you,
right? I hate Alan and Ginter, but you got to throw a good one in there once in a while. So that's probably there's 50 of them made, so you can get from what was that dude's name? Chris. What was his name?
Chris Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys. Thank you. So, yeah. All right, this is one that you guys will love. Conor McGregor.
I brought this up because, we've talked about different things like this, and I fucked up. I've had multiple times chances that I should have bought this card at 300, 500, and 1,000. Regardless of what you think about Conor, he is – this might be controversial. He's the Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali of mixed martial arts to this point. Could that change? Absolutely, but the shit talking, the bravado, the multiple belts, just everything that encompasses him. He's the game in mixed martial arts.
He's the biggest.
He's the draw. He is. I mean, that's the reason when I get excited and make Sean drive his ass up to Vegas, Conor McGregor is usually involved in the card. He's the needle mover and has been for the last 10 years. And I think
$1,200 to watch him break his leg. Good Lord.
No, that hurt. That is not fun.
That hurt, dude. I was like, all right, bro, shots.
But this is his first card, and these Topps card, they did not produce it. I mean, in 2013, the UFC wasn't the machine that it is today at this time. He basically got it to this point, and these cards, they didn't make a lot of them. They're good-looking rookie cards. Some of the UFC Topps cards are shit, to be honest with you. The pictures are horrible. The centering, the labeling, they're not good. This one, he's landing a strike. He's got that.
I always liked how they put first autograph on there too.
Yes.
That was a good thing. That was a good thing for quote unquote. We like rookies. We always talk about rookies or first appearances, and that's how they did it in UFC cards with the first autographs, which is awesome. So lots of those. Fan. The red ones are the toughest ones to get. So and he put Notorious on them too, which is awesome.
That's a cool one. I hadn't seen that red one, to be honest with you. I didn't even know that was out there.
So be on the lookout for those. 2013 is his rookie year. They also have numbered versions, different refractors and stuff like that. And it goes on. Of course, he's in multiple other series following that. But 2013 is the set that you want to be looked for on that. I don't think he has any cards that have come out before then. Now, there are UFC people who have cards that came out before UFC cards. We'll get into that in segments down the line, like the Wrestling Hall of Fame cards and stuff like that. There's multiple stuff out there for that. But speaking of other major sports stars, Serena Williams. Serena Williams cards have been breaking records on Golden Auctions lately. And the one that's been selling the most is the Net Pro one. That was the one that was been selling for a lot. But that's not her first card. She had cards in Bravo Sport Magazine Champions cards. It was like Sports SI for Kids, which is also perforated, so there's multiple cards on a page, and that's how these were. So here you go. Here's her first card with her by herself, and you can see the perforations on there. This is her very first card, so tough to get.
Wow,
here is yeah, right. Here's one with her and her sister, Venus, the Amazing Williams sisters. This is a bigger card. It's probably like this big if I remember correctly. So that's kind of, but this is the one you want to look for. But lots of them out there for this. So this is Sports Illustrated for Kids one from 2002. But this is the one that everybody talks about that goes crazy for. But again, it's not her first card. So I wonder how tough it is to find that first card. Did you do any research on that, Trey, on how tough it is to find this one? The 1999 one?
No, I just the SI Kids one is the one that's the big seller from what I looked at, and the one that most people are looking to purchase.
Let's see here. Let's see if they have any on eBay for that. eBay. Let's go here. Let's go copy. See if they're. Yeah, definitely not. That's for sure. Sold items, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any there. So super, super tough to come by. Be on the lookout for that. Next on the list is, hold on here. Get rid of that. Tiger. Good old Tiger Woods. Got a ton of stuff. His very first card that everybody goes after, of course, the very famous 1996 Sports Illustrated for Kids rookie. This is the card that made everybody realize, actually, like, not everybody, but the majority of people start looking into the non-major 4 sports cards. This was it. Came in the 1996 Sports Illustrated Kids with Larry Johnson on the front. So this is the cover you want to be looking for. At the time that this came out, that people started really looking for this, I remember the place to go to find these, libraries, because you could go to libraries and get lucky, find them in the libraries, and just take the fucking card sheet out. People were just going there and pull the card sheet out and walk out, you know? So yeah, crazy stuff. This is the cover you want to look for. This is the cover that when you had them sent to your house, they would put this over the front cover so not to mess it up. So be on the lookout for that also. But there you go.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about it. My dad and mom both had doctor's offices, and they had all these too back then. I didn't even think about it.
Yep. Trey, you ended up picking one of these up pretty early back in the day, if I remember correctly.
I got it during the pandemic. I picked up a 7 PSA. I mean, it's one of those cards that they're impossible to find centered. You know, the perforation. To find a good copy of this there's just not that many of them, and he's so iconic. He's one of those people that you're seeing it now. He's been around for so long. You're seeing that group of kids now that are in the workforce. They're buying. That this is who their idol was. And you're not gonna, unless he kills a hooker or does something crazy. And that's the thing. It's possible. Tiger Woods, he's done some shit. He's been in some shit. He's been in some shit recently. But all his other things that he's been involved with outside of golf, he's still the draw. He's still the most popular, and it hasn't affected his value. If this son of a gun happens to put together a win this year, I mean, I honestly think this is one of the safest investments in sports cards. Is this specific card, the 96 Tiger Woods? He changed golf.
Speaking of SI for Kids, another big card in that set is the Tony Hawk. This one's from 1990, though. It is, I think, Tony Hawk's earliest card, if I remember correctly. I feel like there's one out there, though, that we just haven't seen yet. But there's also a 1994 Visions Generation Extreme Tony Hawk card, and another one in 97, an SI for Kids. But Tony Hawk, this is the card a lot of people have been calling his rookie card for a long time. Here's the front cover of that one. It's got racing kids on it, and
100% got that. 100% got that in the mail.
Yeah,
100%. And honestly, because I remember the top. And this was nuts because, like, right there, we got Mark McGuire. Like, those are absolutely, you know what I mean? Doc McGuire, and Tony Hawk, 3 of my favorites. 100% remember doing this.
Yeah, cool stuff.
So when you have perforated cards like this, how do you do it so that you can get a good grade? You
have to do research on it. I've heard people saying that it's just luck of the draw. I've heard people saying using an X-Acto knife and hitting each perforation. There's people out there that I've heard people send that are really good at getting 10s from perforated cards, so people will send them their sheets.
Wow.
You can find those people on collectors forum and stuff like that. It's tough. We probably should do some research on that to get people more information on that. That might be a good segment.
Because it would also apply to like tickets, like perforated tickets that are still in the book, or like season ticket. You know what I mean? So
yep. Yep. So
that's a perfect segment because I have a bunch of that I need to. This is John Daly's first card. See
John is my tiger.
Awesome. You see what I mean? Like, and it got a Jim Abbott. It's got, Sean Kemp, got Daryl Waltrip. Y'all laugh. We're going to do a segment on Dale Earnhardt very, very soon. But, I mean, that's the kind of shit you got to start thinking outside of the box about some of these, what are their first appearance? Where can you get an on-card autograph? You got to think outside the box. Everybody's done most speculating on everything else. You got to start digging fucking deeper than everybody else is digging. And that's what we're trying to do right now is go down a different route when it comes to cards. See what's available. See different shit.
Next, Donald Trump. Lots of Donald Trump cards out there. The very first one being this 1989 Eclipse Rotten to the Core card. This is this first card right here from 1989. Very interesting. But he also has cards out there where he's signed. Look at that. Leaf Pop Century from 2012. You can get Donald Trump autographs. 2016 Decision. You can get cut signatures from him. Bunch of autograph cards out there to look for Trump.
They're way late, dude. This dude is on how many WWF cards from it's like the 1987 or 70 or 87, 80. I forget exactly. I got them in my garage. I could go get it, find it out. Not necessarily the Trump. I have the cards from when I bought as a kid. He's ringside. And there's a bunch, and it's a WrestleMania set of cards. They're Topps card. I'm 95% sure they're Topps, but just like cardboard baseball cards, like when we were kids, and in a bunch of the matches, like in the action shots that there are, I mean, he's fucking clear in the like first or second row. So I'm surprised those aren't on there because they're not expensive because they're printed. Not that they, you know what I mean, like but they're definitely before '89. And they got some like love on eBay. People, put him in the listing, the Trump top cards because he's like behind right there. So if you got like Macho Man and Hogan and Trump sitting there behind him, and it's the mid '80s, it's kind of funny.
That's probably a money card too. It's probably some money.
Yeah. Next, young golfer, Trey. This is out in your area. Victor Hovland. Is that how you say his name?
Victor Hovland. Yeah, he's a 22-year-old kid out of Norway. He won the Hero Classic this past weekend. He is a fucking stud. He's going to win a absolute shit ton of golf tournaments. That is his rookie card. I highly suggest. I picked up 50 of these. I think Keith bought some and Doc Joe bought some, but I bought 50 sheets of these 3 years ago at $5 a piece, and you go look now after this week's win, the Raws are going for 50. So I've already made money if I wanted them. But it's like we're talking about it. I've been researching, trying to figure out who's a good perforation guy because I got a bunch of those. Another one that I didn't put on there, but Will Zalatoris, kid out of Dallas, who going to win a couple big tournaments. It also has a Jalen Brunson rookie card on the other side. These Sports Illustrated kids, guys, that is one of the better $25 that you can spend a year. You get your subscription and you put it in a box and you fucking keep it. And there's a good chance that there's going to be a couple rookie cards from a young track star, golfers, things. Look at this, things that are just a little outside of the box, especially tennis. I don't know much about tennis cards other than like we were talking about the Serena stuff and some of that Gold King stuff, but.
Next we have racing. Max Verstappen. Everybody went crazy with the Topps Chrome Formula One stuff coming out, and Verstappen being the main card in there. But that's not his actual first card, you guys. He had a 2016 Topps Trumps Formula One Grand Prix Heroes card, which is right here. I don't know how hard it is to find. I don't know where it is, but it was 4 years before this Topps Chrome card. But everybody going crazy for these Chrome cards, man. Very interesting stuff. Lots of
those Chrome cards are, like I said, when I went to that last con, this was the predominant. This was what most people were buying, selling, and trading. I could not believe it. It was Patrick Mahomes and the F1 cards. People were buying boxes, packs, everything. And what was crazy is people were excited. I mean, the next card is up is probably the Ferrari one. but people were buying the fucking team cards. They were looking for Ferrari parallels, the Mercedes, the McLaren. It was unreal. And I thought it was kind of cool because I remember in the 80s, we used to get team cards in our Donruss and our Fleer as stickers and shit. And that's what you'd put on your notebooks and things like that. So I kind of thought it was cool that the team card is kind of being cool again. I saw that in the Prism and the Prism World Cup stuff. The same thing, you know, the England silver card and some of the bigger nations were going for pretty good money. So
Lewis Hamilton, one of the biggest F1 guys, he's
a GOAT, right?
Yeah, he definitely. 2005, all the way back to 2005. Here is his rookie card, you guys. These things sell for ridiculous amounts of money. Golden Auction just recently sold a ton of the 2006 Fuerta Grand Prix cards, but his Topps Chrome card right here, it was one of the big draws to that same set with Verstappen. Yeah, definitely the GOAT. How about this one, you guys? Steve Irwin.
This is my favorite card. This is my favorite non-sports card, auto.
You were talking about this a long time ago. I remember you talking about this and the Frazetta auto way back when. You know, you can buy these.
Make any more of these?
Nope.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like this guy is one of the only people, all races, religions around the world, they all look at him the fucking exact same way. And there's not many people. Have you ever heard anyone say a bad word about Steve Irwin? I honest to God, I've never heard not a single person. He's going to be that guy. He's like Mr. Rogers to our generation. I know that's kind of a weird parallel, but literally I grew up, you know, in my teenage watching this guy with animals and treating people and just, you know, he was the most positive influence I've ever seen on TV.
Who is he?
And Steve Irwin? The fucking crocodile hunter?
The crocodile hunter, dude.
Who is that? I don't watch shows with.
What about Bindi?
Animals. Who is that?
Anyway, he's the guy you see in the picture. He does that.
I'm talking about Trey just.
We ain't doing no Steve Irwin disrespect.
Marcus shows up and say shit for 10 minutes and he asks who the crocodile hunter is.
But no, like this. When we talk about this, there's thousands of cards that we can discuss. But this guy's one of my heroes. There are guys. There are cards with rockers, country artists, wrestlers. Like you said, there's so many cool things out there. Google, like I said, Dinosaur Evan. Did you see that jersey he posted this week? The Charlie Sheen Wild Thing, 99 Indians jersey he got.
Yeah,
shit like that. Like, there's so much cool stuff out there. You just go, oh, look, what the fuck is that Rocky card?
So this is the original forum post that got me back into collecting, you guys. I'll drop a link in the description below. We're going to get into more and dive deep into these non-major 4 sports cards. This is this page, and this is boxing. It starts off with boxing. We got the John L. Sullivan rookie card. I own one of these from 1887, you guys.
You own one?
I own one of these. It was one of the first card I bought when I got back into collecting. A 1909 Jack Johnson rookie card. This is a 1922 Jack Dempsey rookie, a 1936 Joe Louis rookie, a 1948 Ray Robinson rookie, a Rocky Marciano rookie, Joe Frazier rookie, Cassius Clay rookie. It keeps going, and you got a lot of really cool ones, you guys, as we continue moving. How about this? The first Rocky card from 1979. There's the Rocky in his corner. The Tyson card from Panini, 1985 Olympic Panini cards. This is the two right here that are probably the most expensive. The Pacquiao rookie from the 1999 World Boxing Magazine. It's a Japanese magazine. And then the Browns Boxing Floyd Mayweather rookie from 1997. You get into golfing. Yeah, hand cut. Golfing, you guys. How about this? 1926 Walter Hagen. R.T. Jones, 26. Ben Hogan, 1951. A Gary Player, 62. Arnold Palmer, 65. Jack Nicklaus, 71. Payne Stewart, 83. This is hand cut. Greg Norman, a Panini card from 86. Phil Mickelson, there's the Tiger. Roy McIlroy, Jordan Spieth. These are both SI for Kids cards, more golfers. Yep. This is probably the most fascinating to me. Horse racing. You guys, these are tickets from when they won the Triple Crowns or gambling stubs, okay? And PSA will grade them. So you've got Man of War. You've got, what is this? Seabiscuit right here.
Ooh.
Yep. This one, War Admiral. Citation. This one right here, Secretariat. This is Seattle Slew. These are all the Triple Crown winners. Affirmed, American Pharaoh. This is right here, Zenyatta. This is the most recent one. Jockey cards, Mike Smith, Willie Shoemaker, his very first ever Kentucky Derby ticket right here. John Velasquez, Calvin Borel. How about Bruce Lee and Chuck? What's
Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris. Thank you. Jesus Christ, cannabis moment. Chuck Norris. We talked about the UFC cards that are rookies before then. You have the old school Japanese Ken Shamrock card and the Randy Couture Wrestling Hall of Fame set, right? This also, the same set also has Dan Henderson's rookie in it. So you continue on. Chuck Liddell, this is 2005. And this is Gracie, Hoist Gracie right here.
Sakuraba.
Yeah, and Sakuraba, yep. How about Johnny Weissmuller, Mark Spitz, Johnny Weissmuller, Greg Louganis, Michael Phelps. Continue on. You got Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, 2008 SI for Kids, Usain Bolt. Jesse Owens. This Jesse Owens cards, you guys, sell for record amounts, like crazy amounts. Here's a Roger Bannister, first guy to run the sub 4-minute mile, I believe. Continue on. We've got Dan Jansen. You've got Apollo Ono.
Fuck yeah, Karch Karai.
Karch Karai. How about this? Trey talked about getting into the racing stuff and Dale Earnhardt. This to me is the ultimate card that I want to own. This is the 1983 Uno Racing Dale Earnhardt Jr. rookie card. So tough to find. There's also a 1987 World of Outlaws Jeff Gordon card when he was a young kid. Here's the Richard Petty rookie, a 1972 STP Richard Petty rookie, and a Mario Andretti from Panini from 1969, you guys.
Man, I swear to God, I thought that was Ricky Bobby. the Mario Andretti piece. I thought that was Ricky Bobby.
How about Valentino Rossi? You guys want to talk about a GOAT? Valentino Rossi is the GOAT of MotoGP. Here's his rookie card right here. This card sells for a ridiculous amount. You got Jimmy Johnson's rookie, SP Authentic 2000. And then Michael Schumacher, 1992. Continuing on, Pele. Yep, Pele, George Best, Maradona, and Roberto Baggio. Continuing on, we got the current greats. Beckham from Manchester United, Ronaldo, the Mega Cracks, the Lionel Messi Mega Cracks, and the Neymar. These are all rookies. Continuing on with some interesting stuff, Rugby, right? You got Rugby rookies, Jonah Lomu. This card right here is super cool. If you guys have ever seen, you guys want to see something really cool, go watch the Jonah Lomu funeral. It will blow you away. And then Gareth Edwards. Continuing on, you've got cricket cards, which are getting really big right now. Here's some cricket rookies, and then more down here.
Did you say we should watch his funeral?
Yes. Jonah Lomu, his funeral. I'll play it here after the end. It'll blow you away. It's so amazing.
Sorry.
Is that when they do the hockey?
Yes.
Yeah. No, he's Bryan's right.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll get you.
I was like, bro, that just took a weird turn.
What happened? They played hockey at the funeral?
No,
what?
I'll just show it. Hold on. This is amazing.
He said, if you want to check out something that's really crazy,
you gotta go check out his funeral.
Yeah.
Like,
you guys are going to trip, dude. Watch this.
Bro. Like,
so some of Jonah Lomu's teammates, friends, fellow rugby players assemble in front of the stage.
Greatest rugby player ever. He passed away way too early.
As the pallbearers arrive.
This is in a stadium in New Zealand or Australia. I can't remember.
Dylan Mika, Michael Jones, Frank Bunce, Manu Vatuvade, Jerome Kano, Ronnie Clark. But first now the haka, Poro Pehana, the haka of Wesley College.
They all do their own haka too, while his casket is going by.
What?
Yeah, this is a traditional thing right here. The whole stadium does it.
So this is like The Rock, like whatever The Rock is. Okay, gotcha.
Yep, Samoan.
Yeah.
They had all kinds of people come and go into the stands, and they each did their own one in the stands too. It's amazing. This is like what, like a war dance, right? And they try to like scare their enemies, I think. And every time they stop in front, it's just amazing, dude.
That one white guy looks a little out of place, though.
Oh, there's a lot of white guys that look out of place. But
no, there's that one, the very end.
He ain't even. He ain't even got the dress on. I mean, my man just sat there. He just out there willy nilly, one deep.
Willy nilly.
Could you imagine having to hold your friend while this is going on?
Yeah, Polynesian.
So
thank you. Yeah, Polynesian tribal dance.
I mean, it's definitely an emotional moment right here because it's his teammates, right? I want to take it.
Oh, just wait. They continue moving. Check this out. Next group. And every dance is different. These are his teammates from the past.
Who's my man right here standing with his hand on his hip? These are all his team?
Yeah, those are his teammates. Past teammates right there.
He was young when he passed away?
Yeah. Like in his early 50s, maybe. Watch when they do the crowd, when they show the crowd. Yeah, these are all his rugby teammates. That guy's an actor, I think, right there, too.
Clearly, because he acting right here. It's great.
Yeah. Hear them in the crowd. Now they go on to the next one. I'll speed it up. There's a bunch of kids from the school. That's badass, dude. Yeah, there's a really good documentary if you guys ever get a chance to go check it out. It's very interesting, interesting stuff. So that's Jonah Lomu. But let's get back into this. This is tennis stuff. Bjorn Borg, Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Andre Agassi, all Panini stuff. Here's newer tennis stuff. Pete Sampras, Andy Roddick, Roger Federer, and Rafael Nadal. Continue on with some crazy stuff. Dan Gable and Frank Gotch, you guys. Some of the earliest wrestlers, crazy tough to find these. 72 Panini Munich. That's awesome. Here's the WWF stuff, you guys. 1974 Yamakatsu New Japan. These were in a magazine that were hand cut. This is Andre the Giant's rookie card. Here's an 81 Kaijiwara Wrestling Hulk Hogan. Here's the famous Wrestling All-Star Series. These are just such beautiful cards. They were sold in magazines, wrestling magazines back in the day. How about A-Team? There's the first Mr. T right there, 1983. The British Bulldogs. You got Randy Savage right here. You got the Road Warriors right here. Ultimate Warrior. You got Sting. You got Hitman Hart, Rowdy Piper. Keeps going. This is the famous Bumblebee Rock Johnson. This was a 9-card sheet in a magazine that also had Ray Lewis and Warren Sapp rookies on it, or pre-rookies. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin's rookie card when he was going by Stunning Steve in the WCW.
I'm glad he changed his name
from Stunning Steve Austin. Yeah, he got a little cooler character. Yeah.
Here is surfing. This is Duke Kayanu. I don't know how to say that guy's name, but he's like the first wrestler, right? Right here. And then Kelly Slater, right here from 1987. Astro Boys surfing Kelly Slater. Eddie Akeu, who passed away. I had a really bad Eddie Akeu poster back in the day. Laird Hamilton. This is from 2009 Goodwin Champions. It's a mini. Get into Evil Knievel rookie card. This is Mike Stewart surfing card. There's the Tony Hawk. Here's a Sean White from SI for Kids rookie. And then you got bowling rookie cards even. I'm not even Pete Weber. That's the only one I know. Here's lacrosse. Lacrosse are big right now too. And it just keeps going. And this forum just keeps going. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. They keep putting on new cards. And we're going to continue this whole segment as we go, you guys. Just great information to give you guys on these sets that are just amazing. So very cool.
Sean White was awesome in that movie he did with Cher in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
What was it called? Mask?
Yep. Yeah. Too bad.
Boy, that wasn't Sean White. Stop. You ought to stop. That was not Sean White.
What?
Kind of looks like him.
He spells his name right, man. I say whatever I want.
Oh my God. Oh, I love Sean White in Mask. Boy, I'm stealing that. I am stealing that. Do you understand? I'm stealing that.
Dude, I mean, Cher was great in that too. I'm just saying.
Oh, you came across some amazing pickups this last week, Sean. Absolutely. We were just talking about this, man. And you, I don't know how that's like the synchronicity, man, that just continues to follow me. Anywhere we talk about something and you end up finding it a couple days later. And I can't believe you found 2 of them, dude. Let's hear the story.
No, I found 1.
Oh, okay. I thought you found 2.
No. So I find 1. A SIP one. So if you guys are listening another week or like any other week, because I'm sure it's been on other market reports. Okay. So so I'm going through. So there's a great dealer out here. I'm at LA Comic Con last weekend, right? So I'm going through and I have a book. Well, okay. Actually, this is the only stuff I bought that day. So there's probably 30 or more comics in this bag. But anyway, shout out to Cover Price, and they're giving these away, and look how they fit comics and Funkos perfectly. Otherwise, unlike the skinny bags, so I could walk around without them like being whatever. So anyway, that was thanks to Cover Price, and also thanks for the pass. And so I'm sitting with this. So I go like this. I'm digging through this guy's stack. So all his books were bought from that dealer. So I've got a stack this big. He's a SoCal dealer, been around a long time. I said okay. I come back. I sip. I'm a Terry Moore fan. Bryan and I just said, yeah, you never seen one in bin. The only print I've wanted of this is the only print I've had of this is the gold reprint, right? Now, okay, you can find them online, so it's not like I can't get one. It's not like it's impossible. And I said, well, shit, the guy doesn't have a price still. You can see there's no price tag. I haven't changed back and forth. There's no price tag on it. All right, there's no price tag. All right. And so I said, hey, you mind? And shout out to Dig Dug. If you guys or whatnot, guys. Shout out to Dig Dug. My hands are clean. Yes, I do touch comic books. It's for a living. So I said, all right. So I said, no. Well, I need to know. I need to know the printing. So I go ahead, open it up. I'm going to show the. Not going to be able to see it, but anyway, the point being, it doesn't list a second or third printing or anything like that. Okay. I don't know what the back cover of this book looks like. So this is the back cover. All right, great. So I go on and Bryan, if you have the first My Comic Shop link I sent you. So the first thing, so My Comic Shop is really good about showing pictures of books, and it's very easy to look up books. So I like mycomicshop.com. So if you look at that, yeah, cool. Same cover. You can't tell the difference between the three covers. In DC, anything like that, no big deal. So if you click on that auction items view scans on the view scan on the first one in the orange box, you scan. But so look, that is not the back cover. That's Ninja High School. So I say, okay, and I'm trying to do reference, and I'm trying to work with the guy. He doesn't have the picture. So and then so if you look, you go back to the front of the book to the front of the So there's no listing for second or third print on this. My comic shop usually they'll do their deal. Well, they probably do their deal. CGC, this isn't a second or a third print. That is a second or a third print, and I don't know which one. And CGC has it mislabeled. So CGC, and I thought that I found another copy on eBay that's not there anymore. I thought I had another copy that's not there anymore. So I don't know how many mislabeled copies of CGC are out there. The ones on eBay either don't have a back picture or they're listed correctly. So I do the homework. I literally walk over to Cover Price just to say hi to Matt wasn't even there that day, but to John. And I say, and I was like, hey, I don't know what's up with these ones, but I look on eBay trying to figure them out. And so, and then I realized that CGC must have some mislabels, at least that one. And I think another one that I found that the back is actually different. I mean, and Jesse's old school. He's in here. Maybe he knows. But so it's in there. So then DC, of course, you're going to be able to check on the inside and try to figure that out. This had none of the above in there because that means we'll be first print. Third print, the gold. I know the gold one. It's the only one I had. Obviously, it's not a gold. And then there's I can't find anything like that. So anyway, if you're looking for this, it is if you bring up either of the CGC links that I showed you and look at the back, it's actually the back of this. I feel partially bad because I said, look, I'm showing the guy, and he's an old school guy. He's got hundreds of thousands of books. He's been around California forever, right? So that's the back that I have, and I'm like, look, it doesn't. I'm trying to show him the MCS stuff. I'm not doing everything there. I said, I don't think it's a first print. I don't know a price. I want the book. I can't figure out printing. And he says, $15. I'm like, you got it. Throw it in the stack. I did buy 35 other books. It's not like I feel. Quite as it's not the only book I bought from the guy or something like that. So again, just a CGC mislabeled book. For me, a huge pickup of a Terry Moore book that I've always wanted, and you can kind of see a really nice copy. It's not gonna rival that 9.8. I don't think it's 9.8 because they seem some of them. The other ones I saw online happen to have a little mark right here. But yeah. So anyway, so Strangers in Paradise, one of the greatest books, huh?
Yeah. This is one of my grails too, man. Like I'm so happy. We just
talked about this.
Yeah,
we just talked about this. And the guy's a very fair guy. Like that, getting deals. I would have negotiated for this book. He's not someone who he actually doesn't grade his books. He's got hundreds of thousands of raw books and moves through them as fast as he can. So anyway, finally found a sip in public, in person, in a bin for $15. I can't tell you the last win that I had in a bin that wasn't, 5 for 30 or 20 for 60. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm just happy to have this. Terry Moore fan. Any of his work sort of cut out for some of the TV stuff. I really think Rachel Rising will probably be developed someday. So if you ever invest in any Terry Moore besides this, grab Rachel Rising one, any of the 3 prints and stuff like that. So yeah, this was I got stacks of good book, really good stuff from this guy. Spider-Man's in the 100s and 200s, X-Men in the 100s and 200s. Good stuff, man. Great to do that.
Some other
exactly, Jesse. I know it shouldn't say first print because they didn't going to redo it. That's what I'm saying. They didn't say anything, so that's how I figured it was a first. So I thought it would be the first print, but when I'm getting misinformation and CGC has literally encapsulated the thing without marking it second or third print, and those are the new slabs too. It's not like that's a maroon slab or something like that.
The first print will say the text "Kachu bless you" in the indica. So or indicia. It'll say
But
Kachu
I
Plus.
don't. He doesn't say it. I saw that, but it doesn't say that it's in the in Indicia Indictica or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't
yeah.
know where he means that is said.
I think
Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, it does say that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say it. Yeah.
Oh, my
right
bad.
there at the bottom. Kachu bless you. Print run 3000, printed by Brenner Printing. So at the very bottom. But here's interesting stuff for other Terry Moore fans out there. A couple very interesting books that are also grails of mine that I've been looking for. This is the real first appearance of Kachu and Francie right here, you guys.
Oh yeah, I talked to Topher about that today.
Yeah.
Yes, Genesis issue number 1. This is an anthropomorphic furry erotica magazine put out by Antarctic Press. This is Terry Moore, writer and artist on this from 1993, Kachu and Francine. But this is the book right here also that you want to be on the lookout for right here, issue number 2. So Genesis number 1 and 2 are the first 2 books. And then, of course, Terry Moore's very first ever printed work is another one that a grail of mine I've been looking for, and that's right here. This is Hit the Beach number 1, first interior work by Terry Moore, and it's from July of 1993. Also a furry erotica anthropomorphic stuff. So very interesting.
Also, Kachu bless you is there. So.
Amen.
Too small to put it right there.
Furry erotica.
Yeah, right.
Look,
hey, there's a new comic out about furries at a furry convention getting destroyed by vampires. It's called Plush. That is really supposed to be really, really good. So
I just picked up some books called Cherry. I didn't know Cherry Pop-Tart.
Cherry Pop-Tart.
I had no idea what I was grabbing until I grabbed it. And
very collectible, bro.
Any of the prints, especially the first prints, are like literally ridiculous.
Yeah, I got like 1 through 6.
Very smart, dude.
Yeah,
great
nice.
pickups.
I just actually got a bunch too.
It was a whole thing. I grabbed.
All right,
she's not a furry though. Just so I know, we saw the transition was a little closer to that. But.
Well, furry.
Let's get into the market report, you guys, and then we'll call it a night. I want to say thanks for everybody that hung out with us tonight. Great show tonight. Great episode. We got 86 live with us right now. You guys, hit that like button. The like button helps us so much on these live episodes. If you guys don't know and you're watching a live show, hit the like button every time, because the more likes on a live episode, the more live viewers it will bring in. It's one of the little hidden algorithm things with YouTube. So if you guys want to support us during a live show, the best thing you could do is hit the like button. All right, you guys, let's get into it. This is the market report for December 7th, 2022. Here we go. Let's do it. Starting off with some very interesting comic book stuff. Shout out to our boy Paul W. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2, the third printing, is the book that got Paul W. interested into Turtles for the main reason that it's got cleavage April O'Neil on the front cover, if you guys didn't know that. So 4 issues. Somebody got very lucky and scored 4 issues, or a lot of 5, for $51. Paid less $10 a piece. After that, Star Wars Jedi Mace Windu, first appearance of Asajj Ventress, a near mint copy, sold for $76. Great box. Yeah, right.
Bargain. Yeah. That was a $1,200 98, I think.
Yep. Great deals, you guys. That's some of the stuff that I'm going to be showing in market reports are just some great deals. And this book might not be a great deal, but it deserves more respect. Daredevil number 16 from the original run. The very first time John Romita ever drew Spider-Man, as you can see, even drew it on the cover. This is a 7.5 signed copy by Romita Sr. and Stan Lee, sold for $2,000.
That's good.
I might have bought that if I had the extra money sitting around. So that's one of my all-time favorite creative firsts. All right, next on the list we've got, how about this, you guys? Thor: God of Thunder number 6, 9/8 for less than $100. One sold for $91. Another one $158. What, that was like a $500-$600 book, wasn't it?
At least.
Yep.
I sold a 9.4 for like $400.
Jesus. Wow.
The one I got at the comic book store, day of release.
Yeah. That Marvel Comics Shuri #1, the Scotty Young cover is beautiful with the ravens or whatever those are. Great cover design. But $62, holy cow. That's a tough book. So next we have got, all right, these two books we've talked about before, the Fortnite Foundation books that are just hard to find. The one on the far left is the special one, the blue with the blue text that was very tough to find. It was a giveaway. It was never released, and they had signed copies. One sold immediately. It got put up. It sold for $2,000. And then the one on the right is the ratio one, if I remember correctly, and that one sold for just under what the blue text one sold for $1,750. So those two books are super tough.
I think I heard that these were not actually released, right? I think they were like
blue text released. Yeah, the blue text ones weren't released. They were giveaways, and a couple of non-signed ones got out. So, yeah, very, very rare. Another book that's very rare is that Star Wars Boba Fett Imperial Valley Comic Con book. A lot of people don't even know that book exists. That book is absolutely crazy. A 9.8 sold for $150. That's a steal. Great little buy right there from a little Comic Con from Imperial Valley Comic Con. Any of you guys ever heard of Imperial Valley Comic Con? I haven't. So, next, a couple of great signed books. A Silver Surfer #50 signed by Stan Lee, Starlin, and Ron Lim sold for $100. And then another Stan Lee signed Ramita Senior signed book sold for $100. So
those kind of seem like good deals.
Damn right, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Talk about a good deal. How about 65 1-in-100 variants, all different. The whole Alex Ross Timeless set, 65 of them. They're all 1-in-100s for $500.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Some other crazy things. Spawn 119 sold for raw, sold for $97. Love that cover. Great full moon cover. That middle book, you guys, you're not going to believe this. I can't believe this book sold for only $71. Signed copy of Sensational Spider-Man #1, the 1-in-1000 Camelot music variant. This book was only sold in, I think it was Camelot Music. It's one of the music stores. And it came in a poly bag with a tape in it, a little cassette. And it usually are destroyed. And it's so hard to get those in high grade. A lot of people don't even know they exist. They did one for each Spider-Man series: Sensational Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and Amazing Spider-Man. They're all white covers. They're all similar looking, and they're all 1-in-1000 variants before anybody knew what 1-in-1000 variants were. They were only sold at those music stores in polybags with the cassettes. Super rare. A 9.8 sold for $71. That is so crazy. Absolutely bonkers.
Do you think the signature killed it?
I think the auction killed it. It's too rare to sell at auction.
I don't think, if they would have put 1-in-1000, Camelot music variant.
I don't think it's not something you search for all the time. So I just don't think.
Yeah.
Especially whoever won was partying.
Then right here, the Spider-Man India set, 1 through 4, sold for $100 Canadian, you guys. Wow. Yeah.
We're going to be happy in June.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Big time. Next, Return of Wolverine #2, the remastered Mobius 1-in-1000 variant, you guys. Sold for less than $100. A Mobius cover, a 1-in-1000, and I'm sure most people have never even heard of that book. Sold for less than $100. How about the first Winnie the Pooh in comic books for less than $200? Yeah.
For less than a Do You Pooh.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Le Journal de Mickey, number 772 from 1967. And he's on the cover too, which makes it even better. $190. And then this is awesome. 1949 Jackie Robinson baseball hero comic, $417 on 23 beds. Just a beautiful looking book. Love it. Very, very cool. I'd love to own one of those. Next, we've got some cool toy stuff. Trey was talking about the Megatron, I think last week, right, Trey? And then here's one that's sold for $5,000. It's an AFA 80, sold for $5,200 on 26 bids. So graded, beautiful. Another book that we talked about not too long ago was this crazy, or not book, toy. We talked about a Transformers Pepsi promo. And here's the crazy thing about the one you're looking at in the middle there. This is from the original release, and it's a Pepsi promo that came with these special stickers that you would put on the truck that are Pepsi stickers. I've never heard of this, never seen it. It's cool that they did a little callback in the future to the new Pepsi product version, and they actually made it a Pepsi promo. But this one, it had a little thing on the top there that said Pepsi promo. It was given out by Pepsi, and this one has the stickers inside and everything. It sold for $22.75 on 2 bids. Super, super rare. Crazy. I talk about the Night Force vehicles from G.I. Joe, the super rare night with the all black and neon orange accessories. There is the Night Striker, which is super, super rare, and it sold boxed, mint in box, for just under $2,500 on 10 bids. So very, very cool. Next, we've got one of the rarest Masters of the Universe figures, the Wonder Bread He-Man figure, probably the rarest Masters of the Universe figure. This one was put up for $1,500 and immediately grabbed on December 2nd. So very, very rare. Got his 2 weapons too, which is super rare. How about a Mondo poster for Evil Dead? Very, very cool. We're going to get into Mondo posters at some point, and those cool posters. You guys, we talked about the one behind Trey. That's so cool. This one sold for $11.25 on 3 bids. And then that card set that we talked about last week, another version of it, this one still sealed from Big Brother Skateboarding Magazine, sold for $400. So I thought that, yeah, right? That's pretty crazy. That's nuts.
Brian, did you used to collect those skateboard magazines back in the day?
Yes, dude, big time. I love.
I did that. That's how the whichever Thrasher number, I think it was like 85. That's how Robert Williams became one of my favorite artists. I just thought it was cool, even though I was so young. And so I've got a lot of Robert Williams shit from those. And also, he cut them all up to hang all the cool pictures on my walls. So.
Yep, I did the same thing. Yeah. This is a Star Wars lot, you guys, of comics. You're not going to believe that this guy got for $200.
Oh, God.
There's Knights of the Old Republic 31. First, what's the guy that starts with an M? That's Revan's buddy. Malric, or I can't remember his name. But there's Zero, first Revan cameo. How about that?
Chris Anton.
Yep,
Vader
first Chris Anton. And then the one in the one next to it, that Darth Maul number 3 and Heir to the Empire number 1. That Heir to the Empire, I think, is the isn't that the action
the toy
figure
one?
Yeah, the toy one. I mean, this for $200, you guys, is crazy. It's got the Knights of the Old Republic Revan stuff. Just, how about this? Continue. Let's keep going. I mean, so many
shit.
Things. Yeah. Kanan, like early Dark Horse stuff, Dawn of the Jedi. That's a great cover. For $200. Invasion Zero. That's a tough book. There's episode 1, the first Darth Maul. I mean, look at that All Hail Megatron variant.
And then just throw in All Hail Megatron.
Yeah. $200. Yeah.
Well, they're only very good. Tolson Collectibles needs to watch these shows. That's all I know.
Original signed Jack Kirby artwork, Captain America drawing.
Is this real?
Yes. It sold for $1,000.
If this is real, there's no reason like any of us should not have gotten this. This is ridiculous. That price is crazy.
Is that just signed or is that art?
I think it's just signed, but because here's the back.
This is original signed artwork. I don't know.
Boy, that looks like real artwork to me.
It says here, We have a very nice example of original Jack Kirby artwork measuring 7.5 by 5.5, drawn on heavy cardstock, signed Captain America drawing, is ready to be framed.
Somebody put this motherfucker. Somebody put the fucking Discord in the link in the Discord, and y'all find this shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is crazy.
No offense, I find this is not getting a link in the Discord.
No, I'm good with it, but as long as one of us fucking wins it, I'm happy.
If I'm not bidding, you might get a text, but
how about
I'm
this?
good with it.
I think the reason why it's sold like that is because it doesn't look real. Like it, I mean, the signature, yes, but the artwork in and of itself, it doesn't look. I mean, where's the erasing marks? Where's the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like you have to really look at that. Like that's a dice roll, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like a printout card that he signed or something.
It's
It could be these were like portfolios that he sold, and then he signed it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a Copic or a fucking Sharpie.
That's what I mean.
Like a copy. I mean, it's like I know I'm not tripping. It looks like a copy, and the signature is real, but the picture in and of itself is kind of.
The reason I think is if you look at the fading of the white and the paper in the background, and then you still look at the dark black of the lines, that's why it's not a print. That's an ink or that's a permanent marker, a Copic or something. Because look at the oxidization of the white in the background of that paper. That thick cardboard. That's what it does when you leave it out. You see the pitting. You see the pitting in the paper and everything. That's old paper. And for those blacks to be that black still. I'll bet the farm that's fucking legit.
This is a great lot too for $400. A lot of 11 vintage 2000 AD comics, including the first Judge Dredd. You guys,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
And I think it might be 2 of the first Judge Dredds.
Yeah.
No, there it is, right there. Just one. So, yeah, there's the first Judge Dredd right there. Just that alone is worth it. So rare to find these in any grade, yet alone that grade. But all the extras, wow. So next we've got Air Pirates. I have never seen this. I love that Air Pirates book just because it's Mickey transporting dope on a single seater plane. You know what I mean? Like
one more time, Mickey doing what? Mickey
Mouse transporting dope. Yep. It was a comic that Disney tried to kibosh. It was an underground comic, and that the original cover is colored blue, and it's a different picture. But I've never seen this one. It says Rare Air Pirates excerpts, Parrot, new sealed underground comics, last gasp. I've never seen this. Have you guys ever seen this?
No.
I mean the other, which one you were talking about?
New
Obviously,
one.
just not this one.
Yeah, I've never seen this one. This sold for $150. There's Pluto's giving a party. That's where the fun begins. And it's like got Pluto on a skull. Like what the hell? Really like dark stuff. So this sold for $150. Next, one of the all-time craziest Walt Disney comics. This is Walt Disney Comics and Stories, Lot of 4, number 69 and number 58. Look at that. That is awesome. And
that is a definition of a bad temper. Gonna blow your beak off for a fly.
The condition looks great. These are 10 centers. That 3 of that 76, 1976.
Wait, is that an All-Star Comics homage?
I might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That is a fucking homage. What cover is that?
It's like
Crazy,
number.
right?
The one where no, that's the one with Robin, Batman, the World Trade cover. That's
all
the World Fair
marching
cover.
on the cover. Yeah.
Yep.
So that lot of 4 sold for $142, you guys.
Nice.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah. Next, how about an original piece of Moon Knight artwork from Black, White, and Blood for $230? Look how great this page is. It's got Khonshu in it. Look at that. I mean, just amazing. I would love to own this page. That Khonshu is so badass. Such a great character. So that's an original piece of Black, White, and Blood. And then this is from Iron Man issue 18, page 20. Is this the first page with Iron Man as this? What isn't this when he is ethereal? And wasn't there a spec play on this at some point? Am I wrong on this? It could be wrong, but crazy looking page for less than $200. All right. How about this? This is why I'm going to show you guys this. Take notes on how to make your pictures for eBay, you guys. When you're going through all the eBay things and you see how nice this looks, it shows the comic on the left, the actual comic, and on the right it shows the page where it shows his first appearance. It says who its first appearance. Like, to me, this is a great little thing for eBay sellers to maybe add a few extra looks on their item. So great little.
I actually think it was, if it's not now, against the rules to do that.
Oh wow!
They consider it like an altered picture.
Oh, that's bullshit.
They don't catch everyone or whatever, obviously, and I agree that it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I've sold shit that I use stock photos for that are like, I don't know, not comic books actually, but yeah.
$100 for Spider-Man Noir 1 through 4, all the variants.
Probably okay. 2, 3, 4 aren't worth shit though. So,
oh man, I love it. I mean, great buy. Next, Mask. This is the promotional comic, the promo insert that predates number 1. Special Mask preview, Mask promotional supplement, 9.8.
Man, I used to love Mask.
$6. Same with me, dude.
The Motu one sells for about the same price. It was in a lot of comics though, and people caught on that they could get a bunch of money for them, so the price just keeps dropping on both of them.
Is this the exact copy that's in there, or is this one that's different?
It's the one that's in there. I think I'm pretty sure it's the one that's in there, but I think it's in multiple comics, which is why they don't even bother with it in the top right corner. Distributed. What's it say? In the top right. Distributed as promotional insert in DC Comics from 1985. There you go. I think there's a lot. I can't tell you how easy a 9.8 is, but yeah.
Now, on the flip, I know that Mask is getting ready to do a reboot. Like, they're actually doing like the movies and all of that. So that thing is coming.
With Shaun White and Cher?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just checking.
He's actually going to wear that mask in Mask.
Nice.
I wish I would have known about this book before this, because this is a cool cover to me. I love these old school golden age backgrounds, these space backgrounds like this with the colored planets, the all black background with the colored planets. It's on a lot of great like LB Cole covers and stuff. I love that. And on top, it's an Abbott and Costello. I used to watch Abbott and Costello all the time as a kid at my grandparents' house. All black cover for $63. I'm all over it.
How fucking old are you, Bryan?
42, brother.
Jesus, shit.
How about this one?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing though, Trey. I was thinking the exact same
thing. I did too, but yeah.
Volume 1, number 6. It's a Good Girl Platinum Age from 1934. Look at that.
Yes, look at it. Yeah,
that is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Good girl art.
Yeah.
Oh,
like 12, that was enough.
Yeah.
Why is it called
gay? Yeah, I don't know.
Wait a minute. She's 12.
This is Amazing Fantasy 15 reprint that I guess was reprinted. I don't know for Sony PlayStation. Do you guys know about this?
Yeah, I knew about it, but I wasn't.
What's the back look like, man?
Hold on. It's got Black Panther on it on the back.
No.
Yeah.
Super rare. Supposedly, it says it's ultra rare, rarest copy of Amazing Fantasy 15. I don't know about that, but this sold for $300.
It was something like you was able to get it.
Name was Spider-Man on the PS4.
Yeah.
Given as a promo with the release of Spider-Man on the PS4.
Yeah, when the game came out, you was able to get the book.
Yeah. That's pretty damn cool. I would love to buy it. I love buying like those promo items and stuff like that. I think they're really cool. All right, next we've got some toy stuff. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, the Crimson Strike Team convention set where you had all the different Crimson Guard characters redone, and they did a whole team of Crimson Vipers, and then they also added Crimson Tomax and Zamet and Crimson Cobra Baroness. This is from CAS Grading, and look, I love how CAS displays all the items in the plastic acrylic.
Cool
great. Oh man, they do such a great job. It's all in there. As you guys can see, just beautiful job. Oh, this is AFA. Sorry, this is AFA. So they're taking cues from CAS now. But this sold for $2,000, you guys.
Yeah,
so those are full-size G.I. Joe action figures on the bottom. Yeah.
Yep.
AFA's always done this, Brian. They always do it. They've
Really?
always done it. Yeah, because
Oh,
I have a Japanese Metal Gear Solid that came with like the separate certificate, and they said they could just build a custom box to do the whole thing for me.
Oh, it's so good. They did.
What would this cost to grade? Because that's, I mean, that is not a
probably like $400, $500.
wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Back in the day, the reason I sold my Millennium Falcon, unopened Millennium Falcon back in the day that I had, I sold it for like $600 because it was going to be $400 to grade it. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to sell it. I was stupid. Next, do you guys remember Tiger Sharks? The toy.
I do. Yeah. I remember the
Tiger
cartoon
Shark.
as well.
Yeah. The cartoon. Yep. This $2,000 for this. 46 bids.
Look at that ugly. Look that motherfucker ugly. I ain't gonna lie to you. The motherfucker ugly.
Resting bitch face.
Look,
Yeah.
$2 grand.
I've never seen this. A white C-3PO carrying case from 1977. I don't know if it's a promo version or what.
Just left that in the backyard for 2 years, dude.
That is it.
I don't know what it sold for. Almost $2 grand, dude. $1,784. Rare 83 marble white first shot prototype of the figure case. So there you go. Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Next, I've never heard of these. Extreme Dinosaurs, Dino Vision from Mattel. This sold for $1,625, you guys.
Again, this is stuff that's like kind of sort of probably after our time of buying toys, you know what I mean?
Yep. And then vintage, I don't even know what this is. It says Vintage Masters do Universo Skeletor, He-Man Masters Universe. It must be some type of fake offshoot.
That was a high school project, dude.
Yeah, right. It sold for $335.
You can fool anybody, man.
Yeah. Right? That's nuts, dude. $335 for that? Are you kidding me? But again, people love those type of things. They geek out over that stuff. Those fakes.
What's the description say? I'm curious. Do they say like?
It says Vintage Figure Skeletor Masters do Universo.
Oh yeah, that's like that dude putting brass staples in his variants, making versions, dude.
Dude, people hate. I love that. I love the hate online that guy's getting daily. Makes me happy.
Yeah, fuck that fucking cheater.
How about this, you guys? You ready for this? Check this out. So I geek out over, Creator First, and the first time stuff was in magazines and stuff. And the all-time greatest car for like muscle heads is the Shelby Cobra, right? And the first time Shelby Cobra was ever advertised as an old car magazine that I have and I found and I bought. Well, I saw this. This blew me away. This would be cool to own. Vintage Shelby Cobra parts and accessories poster from the original. Look at this.
That's fucking awesome.
That's crazy.
Bro. Oh, that is just beautiful.
100%.
$866.
Oof.
Yeah.
Where would you get another, man? Hell yeah.
How about this one? 1981 framed poster of Yoda sitting on Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras drinking.
What?
Yep.
Get drunk, I will.
So my dad went to I think it was the Super Bowl in '80. Well, you would know, Sean. LA versus Eagles, and he told me Bourbon Street was 81. Great. Yeah, it was 81. So that makes me think this must have been during the 81.
Rod Martin, 3 interceptions. Yeah.
Yep. So pretty damn cool Mardi Gras with. It almost looks like he's smoking a bong, but he's drinking out of one of those big, huge.
The zombie or whatever the hell.
Yeah, the zombie drinks. Yeah. So that's pretty dope. That sold for $2,200, almost $2,300, you guys.
Jeez.
So this is kind of crazy. Boris Vallejo, the great Boris Vallejo, the artist Boris Vallejo, got his start maybe doing posters for gay men's bathhouses.
Wait a minute. I came back at the wrong time. What happened?
Boris Vallejo, the New Street Market Bathhouse vintage poster. Look at this poster by Boris Vallejo. It's got some gay dude on some crazy dinosaur. Looks like Frazetta. But it's for a gay bathhouse, the largest bathhouse in the country, 6 St. Mark's Place on 8th Street and 3rd Ave in New York.
Hey, man, y'all boys keep it real, man. I'm gone, man. I don't know what's going on, man. Y'all boys keep it real, man.
$1,625 for that. You guys.
They found his art, printed over the top of it, and made posters.
I want to know if they reached out to him and said, "Hey, we want a poster made for our new gay bathhouse opening," and he's like, "Sure, I got it. Here you go."
Well, he didn't say it like that. He probably said, "Okay."
No, dude, he's married to another great artist, Julie Bell. So I mean, he could be gay, but
also there's no internet back then. You could do whatever you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, that's who would have known that thing even existed? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think anybody actually realizes that thing even existed. So it's interesting. A couple of magazine things. This is from 1969. Telegram Weekend Magazine, The Incredible Hulk. It says, "At last, The Incredible Hulk unmasked," and it's got some politician on it. So interesting.
And this I have no idea why that sold for that much.
Yeah, $158.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Then
it's got to be like your uncle or something to pay that much fucking money.
Yeah.
Somebody got a really nice copy of the very first Sports Illustrated from 1954 for $299.
Brian, did you see the graded? Did you see the graded sale? There was a graded sale that just went crazy.
The only 9.8, right?
Yeah.
What it sells?
The only Sports Illustrated 9.8, like 3,500,
5,200 on a 9.8.
Well,
like the only 9.8. The only 9.8.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay. Who is this guy on the second row on the left?
Oh, with the unibrow?
That's Anthony Davis for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's Wally Moon, famous baseball player that has tons of baseball cards with he's the original unibrow.
He's the original unibrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but a lot of people don't realize that the first Sports Illustrated had all these what is this, 52 Bowman, or I can't remember, but it's got the this is the first time Ted Williams was back in the set. They put him at card number 1 and the last card in the set. It's also got I mean, just crazy Hall of Famers in it, and they did special cards for this where they were like perforated. So
yeah, my dad bought his friend's original copy of this when I was high school age. And I remember him showing me and them telling me how it's important to have the cards, right? So he paid his buddy whatever the hell he wanted for it. And I think he was like, man, they kept it in like a manila envelope or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, God knows what happened to it. They ran a tidy house, so it's not like it got tossed or anything like that, because for him to do that, I know it was in a safety deposit box at one time, but for the last week I've been wondering if that shit still exists in my mom's house. So
it might be worth looking into, bro, because
it's worth looking into, cool. But I'm not holding my breath. Let's put it. Those two things are both accurate.
I will say, guys, if anybody's looking for this magazine, which I had one in my cart, I just bought it just because we're talking about it. But if anybody's looking for this, there is a reprint version, and it says it in gold right at the bottom, kind of like where that guy, like their legs are. So just FYI, everything else looks exactly the same except for says reprint there. So just be careful.
Yeah, super cool. So that is the market report for December 7th, 2022. Thank you guys. 83 live till the end of the show. You guys, we can't thank you enough for hanging out with us every Wednesday night. You guys make this show. You guys being engaged and being part of the channel and being part of the Discord is super important to us. So I want to remind everybody, make sure that you guys go jump on the Discord. It is rocking. We have some great giveaways that we're doing. some thank yous, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you guys go jump in. Trey's giving away 2 amazing books right now. The 3rd print of Gwen's The Edge of Spider-Verse #2 and the first Invincible Iron Man #7. 2 great, he said, sure shot 9/8s. And all you have to do is click that button right there. Join the Discord, click that button right there. There's only 52 entries right now. The Discord is really hopping. Lots of great stuff, including amazing giveaways, great information, great news. Check out the action figure segment. I mean, you guys can't miss out on this stuff. If you're into collectibles and collecting cool stuff and getting great information about collectibles that, a lot of people might not have yet, great early jumps on stuff that are out there. If you need help finding your grail, this is the place to do it. As you can see, Trey is looking for the original Send Away Boba Fett. Let's help him find that grail, along with Ferdberg that's looking for Captain Gridiron. So, and shout out to our famous ladies of the night, ex-girls in the chat.
I mean,
did I fuck it up? Sorry.
Perfect.
I mean, we've been waiting for some fucking. How long have y'all been advertising that pussy on our channel? We ain't seen it yet.
Although I'm trying to see it. Where y'all at? Let me see.
Hey,
what's up, baby? Let me see it.
$50 a month, dude.
$50 a month. I don't know.
So for everybody in the live chat, there is the link for the Discord. Make sure you join. Everybody that's watching on this replay, the link will be in the description of the video. Make sure you throw those thumbs up, you guys. That really helps us. And come hang out with us live if you're checking out on the replay. And check out past episodes.
Please. Thank y'all for joining.
Plenty of issues to go around.
Joining this shit. You know what I'm saying? We just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Look at Trey. Trey look all refreshed. You know what I'm saying? He been really, y'all give it up for my man Trey. He really been holding it down. He been in the weeds working and busting his ass, really carrying the Discord and doing a lot of shit. Big Leg, everybody's been on the move. Vinny's been on the move. Brian McClay, everybody's been doing some amazing shit, y'all. And it's only going to get better. So, man, thank you guys. Hey, can somebody tell me what this card is before we go? Like, wait, do I have to get off of here?
Yeah.
Can somebody tell me what this is? Hold on.
Invisible card?
Yeah, the invisible card. Hold on. Can someone help me with that?
You got to get
Can't
closer.
see what it is.
Hold on. I gotta get off the virtual background. You know,
just put it in front of your head, dude.
Right, facts.
Oh, holy cow! Is that a Jerry West?
Jerry West.
Oh,
that's
what is
logo?
West Virginia.
On the top. West Virginia.
Yeah,
that's where he went to college, I believe.
Jerry West Virginia.
Stay on the top.
There was only a South Virginia back then.
Read it to me.
Read it, bro.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Jerry West Exquisite Collection Auto out of 15. That's nice. 2011,
That's really nice.
2012 Jerry West Auto. That's cool.
Yeah,
bro.
hold it, man. He'll die soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know what it is then. So
Where'd you score that?
Spectacular clipper, by the way. So
Garage sale?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on, bro. Where do I get all my shit? Garage sales.
That being said, much love, you guys. Give us a follow. We'll see you next time. Adios.
Dude.
But anyway.
Dude, bro, that was classic.